Hey, cool kids, welcome back. It's another episode of Venture Maidens. Oh my gosh. Well, it's just me that you're seeing on the screen because last time we recorded this episode and the episode before this as one big long night. So we're just going to be starting right with the action, diving into the point when episode 57 begins. So yeah, hey, my name is Celeste Conowitch. Tonight I will be your dungeon master. And of course, Sage will be here portraying Aoife Flannery. Nassim will be here doing Tony, and then we have Katie playing Lou. Venture Maidens is a very adult-themed stream, so you can expect things like we just keep a content warning up for body horror in general for this episode. For all episodes. For this episode in particular as well, we have a special content warning. A little bit of like fantasy racism comes up here, specifically human versus fae. Things do get, a little intense, a little spicy. So if that is not something you're feeling up to this evening, this may not be the episode for you to watch. But other than that, yeah, I'll give you a quick recap since we're just going to go ahead and slide right in. So last time on episode 56, our heroes had basically continued, their hex crawl. They had made the decision at the very end of the episode to go and prioritize getting some magical healing fountain water to go save their buddy Rivaan. But before they left, Aoife had a conversation where she called Felix into the realm, and they had it was like a tree thing, and it was super bizarre, but basically he was like, yeah, try not to piss off the Blossom Sovereign anymore, play her game, make her happy with you, so, if you do win this game, she's pro team Venture Maidens. After that, our heroes finished their long rest, and then they set out and ran into some nightmarish, dark satyrs that are called Seleng, and fought off all these cool, weird moth dudes who kept enchanting them with magic weapons and stuff. And they handled that readily, and finally they reached the magic fountain and met its super cool, spirit guardian Naga friend who was stoked when the Maidens super destroyed his riddle challenge and won not only one, but 4 doses of some magical ass healing water that can basically solve any, magical ill. So they got those goblets, and now they're about to head off to go pick up their buddy Rivaan, who is still petrified as heck in that statuary tile that they ran into earlier. So yeah, that's it. We're gonna go ahead and slide right in here. Hope you enjoy it. Are we heading right to Rivaan's statuary?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's get our boy.
Yep. So
Captain
looking
Salvage.
Yes, Salvage. So looking at the map, you are definitely 2 spaces away. Either way you go. Here, yeah, you can kind of take. You can go northeast from here, so position 2. And go straight there, or you could go southeast, so position 3 for 1, and then move northeast, position 2. Either way, you are going to potentially have to deal with some encounters, and you might want to go fast if you have any chance of making that in just these rounds. What's the choice, kids?
Go fast. We just started.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
It feels like we've been doing this for a while after all those mouthy boys and the riddles, but
it's only the top of hour 3. I'm going to say that whole fountain thing, if y'all feel it's fair, took the second hour of your day in terms
I
of...
think that's fair.
Okay.
Yeah, walking around, finding it.
Yeah, finding it, answering riddles, hanging out. Okay, cool. So we're going to try and go fast. So first off, somebody roll me that d4. See if you can move 2 or move 1.
I'll go.
Do it.
I got a 3.
A 3! You move fast! So you move 2 hexes. So that's not going to place you quite there, but it will place you close. What direction did you want to go? On the 2 position or the 3?
Whatever Sage says.
Okay.
Let's go northeast, so 2.
Okay. So northeast, pop. Okay, so you're moving in the ruins, So you're ending in a ruins tile, directly to the northwest of where you need to be. So, Right. And then with that, we are, of course, on hour 3. So somebody roll me a d20 plus 3.
Plus 3. I'll do it. Ooh, that's 11.
11. Oh, that sounds like a good thing. Oh my god, where is this sheet? The most ADHD challenge of my life. I'm fine. No. Okay, 11. All right, just a straight D12 roll, please, madam. Just roll a D12.
Me or Sage, you want to do that?
Whichever.
I got it. It's a 2.
Ooh, a 2 is a good one. Ah. Okay. 2.
2.
2, you say? It's been a hot minute since they rolled a 2. All right, so you're picking your way through these ruins. Now, you moved away from the courtyard, and after coming through, like, up from the south, you feel like you were in mostly kind of trade buildings and mercantile, like, areas, markets, that sort of thing. Whatever this ruined settlement was, it's becoming more clear to you as you're moving. You're probably in some kind of, like, religious district, because you're seeing these, like, really beautiful facades of, like, churches that must have been beautiful in their days, and cathedrals, and a lot more statues, and this was such a lovely city. You can't help but wonder what the hell happened to it before all of this. But as you are walking along your way, coming down a particularly nice area that must have been like a garden full of statues and like other beautiful things at some point, you find yourself face to face with an altar. One of the altars here, and as you look at it, you're like, hell yeah! You see, though, one of the hands has already been lit. Somebody has already taken the boon from this statue. So for the first time you've encountered a statue, because you know the rules, whatever the first team picks, you are stuck with the next one. So the clue hand extended to you is open. Your only choice.
Bop. Take that clue.
Bop! You give her a little high 5Z slappies. And you see the statue's face animates as you all hear in your head a beautiful lilting voice. The rose dragon is extremely vain, and playing to that vanity may give you an ally against your opponents. To parley with the dragon, place an offering worthy of a dragon's hoard on the altar before its tower. It no longer has the blossom to give.
Oh, but it will help us.
And and the other light, your purple light goes, and you see the actually, let's say green in the other hand. So the statue is fully used up. But yes, that is a clue.
We do still have the lotus blossom made of jade worth 1,000 gold pieces, or we have 4 golden chalices. Celeste, do you want to tell us the value of the golden chalices for later if we try to sell them?
Oh, yeah. So these are art objects. Gonna be really... I know the rules are here. Let me grab the GMG real quick.
Sorry, I just didn't want it to come up later and be like...
No, that's a good idea. I appreciate your bookkeeping now. 1 second.
Do we remember where the rose dragon is?
No, we just know it's near the corners.
Yeah, we know that the...
Did I show you guys? I got the limited edition of the Game Master's Guide.
Ooh, she pretty.
Oh, look at how holographic.
Gorgeous.
Foil. Living my 90s girl dreams. My Lisa Frank dreams. Okay, so these are rare. So roughly worth 2,500 a piece.
2,500 each?
Yeah. So 2,500 per goblet. These are exquisitely crafted.
Wow.
Beautiful, just made of completely rare metals, studded with gems.
Well, then I don't feel bad about giving away the lotus blossom. If we do that path, I think that's fine then.
Did
You need
already
that blossom,
appraise?
though. What do you mean? What?
No, the jade blossom.
The jade one.
Ah, no.
Did you already
Yeah,
appraise
that's
that one? How much was it worth?
Yeah,
1,000.
Yeah. So it was pretty, but nowhere near. I mean, this is like ultra craftsmanship to the right buyer.
So
They're also ancient as hell. You don't know what civilization they're from, but that's part of the cost too, right? Like an artifact dealer will be like,
them.
"Oh my god,
They're
this is fucking ancient Egyptian shit.
Yeah,
Should
they're
be in a
our
museum."
goblets now.
Yeah, like what do you?
It's gonna be in our kitchen. It's my breakfast cup.
Yeah,
We still have 6 bottles
I'm
of
gonna drink
wine too.
I'll find elvish wine. I know you guys are gonna make it. You guys are gonna have a shitload of money when you get out of here. If you get out of here. So if you want to ponder that.
Okay.
But yeah, so looking at that map too, especially, it should be very clear to you all that the Rose Dragon cannot be too far away from wherever you are, if that is something. You are probably at the
right
pinnacle.
below the wall.
Yeah. I will confirm you are in a geometric hexagon shape. So I will reveal to you now, in my graciousness, that all the sides are equal to one another. While the dragons are not all in the corner, they're all along the top. So you can draw in a clear border, which will be very telling that you can't be more than 3 or 4 spaces away from the dragon, realistically.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna leave that flattery to you, Aoife.
But yeah, but you know you have options, and you know that the knights have at least one of the blossoms.
Yeah, I definitely think trying to make an appeal to that dragon would be very smart, because, I mean, it's going to be a showdown of one kind or another. It would be cool, I'm thinking, if we can parlay and try and set them all, figure out why they're trying to go see Hecate. I mean, sorry, Hecate. The Blossom Sovereign.
Lady.
And if it's because they're on Hecate's side, we fucking fight. But if they're not, and they have an actual interesting reason to be there, one that we might agree with, maybe we can try and drop the 3 blossoms together and both get the conversation.
Well, I feel like that would have been a really great thing to have asked that blue dude.
Well,
but alas.
We'll inevitably see them again, so...
Yeah. We'll have another chance. It's okay.
Alas. The
We haven't
bitch of
caused any of
random
them
rolling.
harm.
Yeah.
We haven't approached any of them and been like, are you worthy? You know, they're the ones coming to us.
That's true. Do you guys want to play in a cool puzzle challenge? Because I'll do that. I'll send my NPCs in.
I would 1000% do that.
I'm gonna be
These
sick
knights
that day.
only respect escape room experiences. Design it. Go.
Oh my god, yes. You all can play the knights, and then I'll puzzle dungeon for you.
Listen, I'll just play the knights. I want me to be we'll just flip it. All of you can throw things at me. It's fine. Oh
good
fuck.
shit. I love
All
it.
right. But good roll team. So we got a hint, a little hint. But unfortunately, we still are not technically on the space with the Rivaan, so we are going to have to do another roll.
So I think going into southeast into Rivaan's tile, we know it doesn't really matter if how many tiles we move, so I feel like we might as well just move slow.
Well, slow, you might run
Move a
into
half tile.
only a half tile. Normal, you guaranteed move 1. But you can't stealth is the problem on normal. You have to move slow to stealth. If you think there's something waiting for you.
Then I think moving normally is fine.
Yeah.
Let's just do it. Normal.
Okay. We move normal, but on the way there, of course, we have to roll to see if there's anything between you and where you are going. So, somebody give me that. It's a d20 roll plus 4, because it is hour 4.
7 plus 4, 11.
11. Okay, so that is another straight roll, I believe. Yes. Straight roll. So just give me a d12.
Matsu, baby.
2.
Okay.
Hey, another 2!
All right. Shit. Here we go. All right. So my other, it's an altar, and it's an altar once again. And as you approach it, once again amongst these ruins, you feel like you don't go very far in this like huge religious kind of district. So it's less surprising when you encounter yet another of these like altars in front of you, and once again you see that the boon has already been expended.
Oh, they're buffed up.
Is the only thing left. Yep. And also, it's maybe a little concerning that they know what's up in this area. So close to where your ally is.
I'm sure it's fine.
I'm sure it's fine. You want to slap that hand?
Bop.
Okay. As you do so, you hear that voice in your head. All the remaining blossoms have been claimed, but your foes are clever. The knights with each blossom are not traveling together, so you cannot take both blossoms at once. Beware. They know you seek to free your companion. An ambush awaits you inside the statuary.
Thanks, girl.
Well,
Good fucking
I guess we're
timing,
going-
man. All right. Shit. Nice to put. I was like, hey, they're not gonna know. I wrote down exactly 2 altar clues.
Maybe we go get that dragon's help first.
Well, if they're not all together, then we're only fighting a couple, 1 or 2, maybe 3 at most. The thing I was gonna say, we do have that dust of disappearance, so we can make ourselves invisible for 2d4 minutes, so we can try and scope out what they're doing, and then we can go in again and try and counter ambush them.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
that
not
dust
bad.
disappearance is good. Do I have anything that I can do that's cool? Not really.
Rolls, guys. Dang it. All right.
I can, if we go in there. No, never mind. That's stupid.
So, as a reminder, you have been in this place before. You know that you have to, like, basically step underground. It's a single entrance. You know, no other exits. It's a long, rectangular room, underground, totally dark, full of statues. A pretty goddamn good place for an ambush. So, that's the field you're walking into, just as a reminder.
I can stop at the door and at least use my heat vision to see if we can find where they are, if they're going to try to like be sneaky amongst the statues.
You do know you've used your heat vision before. We'll be able to tell you which ones, because you know that you'll be able to read which are human and which are not.
Yeah. Aoife, she has a once per day scrying from Suwan, so she'll try and scry on Rivaan's position, and hopefully that could give us some clue. And when we go into the area, she can cast Arcane Eye to help scout ahead too.
So the
Alright.
scouting's good. And then we'll see how it goes about polymorphing, and DC 16 is still pretty low because these guys seem like crazy motherfuckers. So.
At least if you're facing the purple one, you know, the spells he was casting were very high level. It's safe to assume he's probably a pretty badass arcane caster of some kind.
Yeah.
While we're near this altar, Aoife will take the time to pull out Suwan, and will use her to perform a scrying spell.
All right.
And so she begins sort of walking around in a circle and kind of tracing out a line in the dust amongst the ruins. And as she plays, there's the tendrils of black and blue that swirl over her like ivory body. You get to see them manifest as smoke, and within the circle that she draws onto the ground, you see that hopefully see the image of where Rivaan is.
Sure. All right, so
And-
you will feel Ravain's mind, which is it's probably very comforting that like there's a moment of like stony silence, and then you're let in as something reaches out to you. He's reaching out to you. He wants you to be here, and you know he's alive somewhere in there and waiting.
And I think she gets a chill as she feels this connection open up. And on the ground, you see, this top down of Rivaan still unmoving.
Mm-hmm. Do you see, is there a limit, like, what the target sees, or can you get any impressions, like, in his mind, or...
You can see here a particular creature that you can choose that's on the same plane of existence of you. That's all it says.
All right. I think in this...
Oh,
yeah.
you get an invisible sensor within 10 feet of them, and you can hear and see as if you were there.
Nice. Okay, the sensor.
Yeah.
Sensor is good because I think he's blinded technically right now. Is petrified. So good. Okay. So you feel that spell anchor to him. At that moment where you're like, it's not going to work. It's not that sharp. Like, I want so desperately. Like the connection it's desperate. It is powerful once it does open, and you feel Ravain's mind just unfold before you. And you're suddenly there seeing that dark vault, that place that you have been in before. And again, it's so dark and so silent. And as you're kind of lost in that, like almost feeling frustrated by what you're not seeing, it's almost like someone else, perhaps Rivaan himself, focuses your attention. Like, it forces you to sort of turn your head, like almost the sensor, and directs it. And the faint step of somebody pacing back and forth, like, comes to your attention. And the darkness is just, it's so filling. But once again, you feel someone like grab your attention, right, and focus it. And there's this one beam of light you can see that penetrates down maybe through a crack, right? Like in the surface from above, as you see the gleam of red armor and maybe a horn, like of a helmet, moving back and forth in the space. And you're sure there are no other steps here. And then you feel your attention leave. The extent of Ravain's focus dissipate.
And a wind picks up and shifts the dust onto the ground, and Aoife says, well, we're for sure facing the Red Knight. And he's right next to Rivaan.
Got it.
Red Knight, the Knight of Swords.
Bet you he's gonna beat our ass with a sword.
A fair assumption.
Thank you. I'm pretty smart.
Alright, so we headed to the next tile, to the south.
Fine, yeah. Tell me your plan. Tell me your plan. So you don't have to roll or nothing, because you know what this tile is about, and you're moving in. So you all basically tell me what you are trying to do to set this shit up. So you're moving, okay, you can move slowly into this. It doesn't matter. You've already been in this tile. So you can try stealth. You can do any the fuck thing you want. But you know that at least one Red Knight is waiting for you in the statuary.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really have anything that's going to be, like, trappy other than being able to pick him out amongst everything, but he's wearing red armor, too. So I don't know how difficult that's going to be. So I kind of think just the dusted disappearance. I'll do the heat vision just in case. And we go in. Lou will feed the drinky drink to our friend, and we get ready for a fight.
Yeah, and as we walk in, Aoife will cast Arcane Eye to have it move ahead to get a better vision as we're walking in.
All right. Getting all my
Did
shit
anyone
together.
need dark vision? Was this
It
lit
is
at
dark.
all?
Oh yeah, Aoife will use her last charge.
Can I
also,
call?
Rook will use her last charge to give herself dark vision, too.
Do you have dark vision, Tony? Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
5 orcs have dark vision. All right. Why don't you go ahead and everybody pre-roll me some initiatives here.
Word.
So we know
I
how
got
to move it.
a 15.
I got a 14.
Okay.
Man, I like it when you go before me, because then you're already up in their shit and I get sneak attack.
I got a 16.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my.
You're not going in there, though.
Oh my. These nights are no joke, kids. You ready?
I was born ready.
That's what you said about the dragon!
Doesn't change the fact that I was born ready.
Yeah, that's true.
I was
You're
born ready to die.
I was born ready to die, yeah, bitch. Woo! Okay.
I'm just waiting for it all to end.
Any day. I'm so tired. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm?
I see what you
Yeah,
mean.
if given the chance, we should 100% try to kill him.
Okay. I just want to make sure we were all on the same page there. Because I was like, time to die.
It's feeling pretty dramatic like that. The GM gives you no red flags for that intention. No anti-winks and nods for you. Dealing with 3 instead of 4 seems objectively better at the end of the day.
That's
Yeah.
hot. I'm into that.
It's hot. Yeah.
Don't run away, baby. Come for your death.
I mean, if it's the Knight of Swords and any definition of the tarot, I don't think running away is in the cards. Did another pun. Feeling impish. Wee.
Who are you?
I know, I don't know. It's my birthday coming up. This is gonna be 32, so feeling it, feeling my age. It's the year of impishness. Love that. So let's begin, shall we? So you approach this terrain, this familiar place. As a reminder, it was pretty open, other than this one sort of outbuilding that you had ahead of time that was basically just like the housing for the staircase above ground, right? That led down into this vast underground structure. So as you walk up, you all are being very careful. Obviously, Aoife, you're using your arcane eye right ahead of time?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as
So-
we get to the archway, she'll
Yeah.
spend the minute to cast that.
And we're doing the dust of disappearance, right? Before we even get in the archway where they
Is it-
could see us.
It's only 2d4 minutes.
So it's basically you're going to have to do it right before you're sure. Yeah,
Okay. Well, let's not go in the
Yeah.
archway until we see with the eye and then do it. I just don't want them to see us, and then it defeats the purpose.
So I'll say you probably, like, in fairness, you squat maybe, 30 or 60 feet behind, like, where even the entrance to this, like, stairwell building is, right? Like, just trying to get a read on if there's anything outside or above. So you send that eye down, and you are not seeing any indications of any other allies. Like, you're looking, you're being very careful, you're not seeing signs of any other knights, no other creatures. Like, you send that eye down, the staircase down into the dark. Again, like, any indication of what is happening. And as you look around this space here, you feel the eye turn. You see Rivaan's statue where it was, like 2-3 rows back, kind of in that statue line. It's there, it's intact. You spin the eye around, and you come face to face with the helm of this, like, horned helmed figure. You still can't see the eyes of this individual. They're just like cast in this perpetual darkness. And like face to face as this guy looks at your invisible, undetectable sensor and says, "You fairy bitch, I can smell your magic. Come and face me." Growls out.
Oh my god! Aoife, as she has her hands like dug into the ground as she's crouched behind these ruins of pillars, and she's focusing and so deep in concentration, and suddenly she just lets out a gasp and throws herself back, and she says, "He's there, and he's ready for us, and he's waiting, and he could sense that I was magically searching the area."
Well, that just means he's gonna see us or smell us coming, even if we are invisible. So,
Yeah, that's a fair assessment.
Well, then, do we want to have frontliners run in and then I can dash and deposit water?
what? Your scrying thing, how did that work? Are you able to do that again?
No, I've just got the one expenditure of it.
The arcane eye is probably still active. I think, while that was like technically quite shocking, I think you still can keep that up for 10 minutes or so. So if there's something else you're hoping to see, what is it, Tony?
But I can see through that arcane eye too.
No, you can't. Only Aoife can, specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, what if like my mold earth only works on earth I can see?
Yeah.
So if we could spy in to that thing.
No, unfortunately.
That's a cool idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but yeah, it's specifically Aoife's mind, this hateful little fucking dude.
I can't believe he called you a fairy bitch.
Oh, and also you caught the venom on that, by the way, which is interesting, if indeed your hypothesis is correct, and this is a servant of Hecate.
Was the red one, was that one that we detected was a celestial or...
No,
Green
he's a
was
regular human.
He's the regular person, okay.
Knowing that he knows and that he clearly has some kind of true sight, so he knows what I am, she's going to take this minute to fucking transform, because fuck him.
Fuck that guy. Yeah, be killed by a fae, bitch. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, I love that.
He clearly showed a card there. That's a way to get to him, for one thing. He clearly has some kind of signature anti-fae thing going on.
Woo. All right.
Okay.
Hands in. Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Well, just confirming, our plan are we okay with that plan? Frontliners go in, and then Alu is going to run in, feed the water.
Yeah.
Feel good?
Let's do a fight. Let's do a boss fight.
Huddle and throw the dust.
Yeah.
All right. So we go. Luckily, nobody is surprising each other as we're walking into this. So we're all walking into a clusterfuck as this is a happening here. So first off, as we are getting to the stairs in this moment, I need to know who is going down the steps first between you all, and we will start initiative there.
Should be me. I have my shield out, and I'm going down those steps.
Okay. Tony, you are invisible. As you walk down these steps, I'm assuming shield out, guard up, yes?
Yep.
Good, wonderful. So, and you have dark vision, correct?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So as you walk down these steps, trying to be as, quiet as possible, considering you have armor, you're invisible, you know that, but at the same time, your adversary knows what is coming ahead. So you move down as fast as you can, basically hoping to make the first strike. And as you do so, you see a lot of things happening very quickly. You get down below, travel down those steps, basically run down those steps, right? Shield in front of you, out in this room, this long room, again, rectangular room, maybe 30 feet wide by 90 feet deep, just full of statues and these pillars on either side. Immediately as you come down, barely illuminated by that one single crack of like sunlight, right? Like in this dark room, you can see a figure moving and ready, an armored figure, as he throws down something on the ground in response to you like moving across this final step here. And your senses are just disturbed by this roaring something that, like, as whatever he threw on the ground, you see the spiraling effect of snow and ice start to like shoot off of whatever this crystalline thing that he's like thrown down on the ground is, and the entire space becomes rapidly filled with just swirling. It's like a blizzard contained within a room. It becomes so thick so quickly you can't see fucking anything. It's like 10, like, you know, your hand is in front of your face and you're struggling to see it. Just a massive blizzard, and your bones grow cold and just like weak as whatever this is affecting and filling this entire space, limiting your ability to see. So you all, regardless of your vision, need to consider a few things based on this hazard that has been activated. Yeah. Tony, actually, while this is happening and all coming over you, go ahead and make me a perception check.
14 for
22?
Aoife. Oh, nice.
Okay. I think so, Aoife, you're not going to be able to make this check quite yet, but Tony's the only one through the door seeing this happen individually.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. 14?
Yeah. No. What did I roll? 18 plus
22.
4?
Oh, shit.
22.
Okay. Then, Tony, this is important. You see, when that is happening, you see this red armored figure throw down whatever this is that causes this to happen. You see it as an object. You see something thrown out, and you get a sort of location of where this happens. You think your guess is going to be pretty good within about 5 feet or so as this happens and you're in the door, but automatically your vision is fucked, like, as this blizzard effect comes in here. So only you, in that moment, as the first person through the door, have some kind of sense where this happens. But while this is active, so when a creature moves into a space, basically within the area of this, no, hang on. Heavily obscured. So that means disadvantage on all sight-based checks. If you start your turn in the area, you're going to take bludgeoning damage, and you have to succeed on a save or basically be knocked prone by the swirling blizzard-like winds of what is happening in here. And it's basically going to last for 1 minute or until disarmed. So keep that in mind. So it is fucked as this happens here, and you hear Tony and everyone behind would hear some roars of something. They're humanoid, barely. It's like the screams you would imagine coming from ghosts or just tortured howls of the undead that come somewhere within these wild winds.
Well, before I move, I guess I'll relay all that information to the party behind me. I'll say, if we keep moving in this certain direction, we could reach Rivaan. The knight is somewhat in this area, and he threw something that's causing this storm.
You're screaming this over howling blizzard winds in the small room.
Yeah.
Lou will, I don't know if I can or not with initiative or anything, but if I'm able to, Lou would hand Tony the bag of holding and say, if you find it, put it in here.
I think you don't, because you're technically before Tony in initiative, so it's not true. So Tony, you feel like you're screaming at the top of your lungs this information. I think you feel Lou hand you a bag of holding, and you know she's saying something to you, but it is lost on the wind, and we are in your 6-second turn. You have the bag of holding. You don't know what the fuck she was, but she threw it into your hand, right? You felt that, like, tap. But what are you doing?
I'll take it if she's handing it to me and figure out that it's either for Rivaan or for something else.
Yeah.
But I know that I want to go and find the object.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. So do you want to try and move forward into the space?
Yes.
Okay. So everything here is difficult terrain. So that means that you are moving at half the speed you were.
Okay.
You're not entirely sure where the figure threw it, but you think maybe somewhere in the 15 to 30 feet range. Like, if you continue forward, you might hit it, but it was so hard to tell before it all happened.
Yeah, I'm gonna make like sweeping sort of style movements as I walk forward, like skimming my feet across the ground. Given I'm like 6 foot, I probably can reach like 5 feet around me.
Yeah.
Swinging my legs around and go in the general area and start circling of my 15 feet that I have available to move in this difficult terrain.
So when you get the first 5 feet or so into the space, you're sweeping around trying to look, you move, you get to about the 10 feet space, and you feel a sword come down on your back as an attack of opportunity as you're trying to move past, someone who is standing there and was obscured from you here. So the Red Knight is trying to bring down the sword as you're moving past him into 15 feet into the room. So here we go.
But
Let me just...
disadvantage because you're invisible.
Yes.
And we're in a heavily obscured area.
I don't think that matters for him.
No, just one disadvantage. Yeah, it doesn't matter for him, the obscured. That's why he popped the... yeah. Foresight has 9... Oh. Yeah. So, 4 reasons. I'm just going to say that the knight has, and don't read into this or not, but he has the foresight trait, which the knight has insight into future, the immediate future. It can't be surprised and has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saves. So, for this moment, he's just rolling normal, essentially. Do-do-do. The sword's effect, just saying. Yeah. Okay, he's just rolling normal. No allies there yet. 4 longsword attacks.
4?
Yes, but it is just a reaction, so he can only make one. Because it's not a full action.
Okay.
Like I said, would be really neat to kill one here. Just saying. 21 to hit you, my dear. So, that'll be 16 slashing damage.
How much damage does my marigold? Can it absorb again?
So it can absorb, I think it was your proficiency bonus times 5?
Yeah,
Is what I think.
Yeah.
So it's 3, times 15 right now? I think the thing
and then
was...
if it absorbs it all, it gets destroyed.
Right, so you want to leave it with 1 HP to not destroy it, essentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna do that right now.
Okay.
So that means I'll only take, 2 damage?
Well, plus my radiant damage that's coming here. As this stellar sort of galactic sheen comes across the blade. Comes down around you. Yeah! Feels like proof, don't it? To some of us here that this might be a celestial situation. For better or worse. Okay, but that'll be 14 radiant damage on top of that. So you only take 1 of the slashing as this magical blade pierces down into you, but you see, and it's hard to tell, but in the swarm of blizzards, and there is something, the stars and the darkness that comes swinging towards you and just hits you with this radiant force that feels so out of place in time in this moment. But yeah, you continue forward because that was just the reaction strike as this thing was, making this attack against you. And you move forward and you get down to this place where already a layer of like snow and flurry has kind of covered the ground. You're going to have to make me an investigation check with your action to try and find this thing. And you're going to have to do real well. Because it's perception, so you're at disadvantage. So you're making an investigation check with disadvantage because it is a sight-based check.
Maybe I should have taken that bag of holding.
He knew it.
Yeah, that's a 4.
Yep. Your hands become numb as you're trying to scramble in the stone and the snow, and you know that there are creatures on all sides attacking you, and you can't focus on the moment. You can't find it on this turn. Your action is burned. Is there a bonus action you would like to do or something?
I mean, I'll take a defensive stance.
Yeah. That feels fair. In this moment, you scrabble around, you can't find it, stand up, take a defensive stance, because you know there are things. Your fighter sense tells you that not only was there that guy, there are others moving around in the dark. Those howls, those inhuman howls. There are plenty of things in the dark. All right. Aoife, you're going to get a turn here. All of this unfolds in front of you.
Knowing that Lou is going to try to beeline it for Rivaan, she is going to reach out a hand and cast Haste upon you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. You are outlined in this golden array of magic that shimmers and fades as you feel this burst of energy course through your veins. And then she is going to, for her bonus action, give Tony a Bardic Inspiration die. And that would be her turn.
Cool. All right. Question. Do you have to see the person you give True Sight to? Because I don't think you can see Tony right now.
Oh, to give my Bardic Inspiration to?
Yeah. Or do they just have to hear you? Also,
creature
Katie.
within 60 feet that can hear you.
I can hear you. Okay, good, cool. Then hearing is great. I just said in the chat for everyone's penalty that True Sight even has to deal with obscurement penalties. So things like, even if you have True Sight in a blizzard, you're still suffering disadvantage from a fucking blizzard. Snow don't, unfortunately, help you, even if you have the best magic vision in the world. So just something to note if we're dealing with Emily or other resources. But yes, okay, great. Hearing
but
only.
I get my die.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
This is why bards rock our socks. Yes.
Get that D8, and that will be her turn.
Party on. All right, Lou, you get a chance to act here. Are you muted? I think you're muted.
I am. Bonus action. Use object. I'm going to activate the detect magic on my glasses.
Okay.
So I'm looking for where this item is. And also anything else like magic items someone might be wearing.
Yeah. I am going to give you advantage on checks to find them. But I think, unfortunately, because this whole area is now affected by a magical hazard, it's going to be not as cut and dry as you would like. So, tell me, I will give you one free investigation check to center on something you're looking for this turn and see if you can find it. But it's going to be turn by turn, one thing you kind of want to focus on as long as this, area effect is a raisin on.
Yeah, so since he doesn't seem to be focused specifically on Rivaan, and I think that I'm uniquely qualified to deal with this right now.
Sure.
I'm going to turn my focus onto figuring out this item that's causing this storm.
Okay.
So I'm going to have her try to go in and focus in on trying to find this object that Tony mentioned. And I can get in. I have my movement is doubled, so I can do 30 feet.
Okay.
In to where I think that this might be.
All right. So go ahead and give me that investigation. You were rolling at disadvantage, but I'll say you're just rolling normal because you're the disadvantage from the situation, and your detect magic would give you an advantage. So I think it's just a straight
This is
out.
perception, though. You said, right?
Oh, investigation or I would allow you to do perception if you would like that instead.
Well, no, I'd rather do investigation. But
Yeah, I would say you can do investigation or perception because you're like rooting around in that specific thing, trying to follow a trail. I think either makes.
I got a natural 20.
Oh shit, girl! Yeah. All right. So you move forward. You are going to take. Just like your friend, though, as you move up about 10 paces and you're trying to move forward.
He gets more reactions?
Yeah. Well, not him.
His friendos.
You see well, it looks an awful lot like him, but not quite. This figure, this like ghostly outlined blue sort of figure. It's like a ghostly impression of like a Viking warrior that sort of emerges from like this icy cold mist and slashes at you with a spear as you move on by. One of the friends, and you can see the distinctive, the blue glowing eyes, very, Game of Thrones, White Walkers vibe, coming at you here as one of these figures is taking a swing at you. Okay, but that might not... A 15?
Nope. My AC is currently 18.
So you manage to avoid, like, duck and around this ghostly figure that just emerges towards you as you, like, scramble forward trying to get to the shard of this thing on the ground here. So it is your action here. You're looking around for it. You've got it in your hands. What are you doing with it? It's cold, so ice cold.
Oh, shit.
I would like to try to figure out how to deactivate it, I guess.
Sure. All right. Here's what you can do. You can use basically the rest of your action, because I know it's a bonus action to interact with a magic object for you. So you've got some choices.
I've got 2 actions left. I use my bonus action to interact with my glasses.
Haste. Nice. Okay. So you got there, you found it.
Oh, was the investigation check in action?
Oh, no. Yeah, the investigation to dig around and pick it up, I think it's an action for you. It's not a use action. Okay. So you've got 1 action left and 1 bonus action, yeah?
I think I used my bonus, so I just have 1 action left.
You've got 1 action left. So here's what you can do. You can try to figure out... You can make a roll to figure out how it works and try to, that might give you information on how to disable it. Or you can try to go ahead and just do like a disable check. So that's something with thieves' tools. Yeah, essentially you're trying to like deactivate whatever the fuck this thing is.
Okay.
So this is take a chance on just, disarming the bomb. Or spend your turn getting information on what is the wisest way to disarm this bomb.
Ooh.
And that is up to you.
Lou would try to figure out more information about it because she would be nervous to do harm by doing it wrong.
Okay. All right. So then go ahead and in that case, give me the thieves' tool check with proficiency. We're still just... We realize it's not like a full like disarming it check, but you're basically looking at it being like, how should I go about doing this?
That's a 17.
Okay. So this thing, as you're looking at it, you realize one great idea to not just try and like smash this thing or just destroy it immediately. That would have been terrible. This seems to be some kind of like raw elemental shard of something. It's incredibly unstable. Not like one of those magic items you could safely keep in a pocket and just like be cool with it. This thing is a time bomb. So the best thing to do is actually to get it as far away from you as possible and to let it burn out. To like let it flare itself out. It's sort of like you're holding a firework at this point that's already been lit. So if you can get it away from you, it's a centered area effect. So something like tossing it out the door or whatever is going to be your best bet. There's going to be no way to actively dispel this thing. Putting it in your bag would probably be a terrible idea for literally everything around it. Exposing it to you're holding a raw elemental shard from a different plane of existence at this point.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
That's
Good.
my turn.
Hey, take a point of inspiration. That was a really good fucking idea to check. It would have been... It would have... 8d8 of just terrible damage.
I'm good.
Plus other penalties if you had tried to destroy it. Just saying.
Yeah. Thank you, Lou, for being a worrywart.
Worrying is good in a lot of cases. Yeah. But that is what you have done. So you found it. You're holding it. That is great. That is great news for everyone here. Tony, we come back to you.
Do I have any indication that Lou's got the shard?
I think you probably saw Lou, like, in the same space as you. You can see her, like, bending down, and she's screaming something, holding it, like, in her hand. So, and is like, meh, probably like, no, like, making, like, I've got scientist, like, she's handling it. You feel like Lou is handling it.
Mom's on the case.
So at this point...
If we're next to each other, kind of, at least, maybe within 5 feet. If we're not, then I'll move towards Lou.
No, I think you're probably, like, in the same 5-foot space right next to each other. You're probably the only thing you can see in this moment, the two of you.
I will grab Lou and walk the both of us in the direction that I remember seeing Rivaan's statue.
Okay. I think, because you can't technically move Lou on this turn, but you can be like, yeah, come on. So you can move about 15 feet.
You can grapple her and then walk with her.
That is true.
Drag her ass over there.
Do you consent to being grappled, Lou, without a
That makes sense. I'll do it.
Sure.
So you'll get to move a quarter of your movement while dragging her ass.
Yeah. So, so you can move Tony 15 feet closer to where you roughly think Rivaan was. You don't end in the exact space he was. You feel like you're close, though. And Lou, you are at least, a little bit closer towards the entrance of this place, so you're not complaining. You're now about 15 feet away from the entrance of the stair than the 20 or so you were. There you go.
I'll take it, motherfuckers.
All right. Both of you moving. So actually, Lou would be immune to this because she's forced movement, but Tony, once again, triggering an attack of opportunity as another of these ghostly figures in the blizzard are going to make an attack against you. So
That's
you see a ghostly Viking, like icicle-ridden, horrible specter come and throw something out at you as trying to stab you with a spear. 17?
No.
Okay. Stabs at you, and you manage to avoid it just in the nick of time as you're, like, ushering Lou as fast as you can back towards the entrance as she's clutching this, like, raging thing that is happening here. That it?
For me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, defensive stance.
Okay. Yeah, you take the defensive stance. Well, Tony and, Lou the super armed badass fighters of the group are, handling that. We come up on our red knight's turn, who sees a strategic opportunity to try and attack your support here. Aoife, out of the fog. Just a blade, a crimson blade, comes up and towards you. And in this instant, this red knighted figure, just fully tanked in armor. This individual, he's human or humanoid from what you've heard, but he stands at least 6.5 feet tall, like maybe 300 pounds or so. This dude is big and frightening, and all of a sudden in your face, and as this blade swings down, it is terrifying. And let's see. That's a big old attack. Plus 13. 27. 27. This sword, this crimson blade, just comes out of the cold, and it's no hesitation as he's bringing it down. And let us go. So that's going to be 9 slashing damage. Plus that radiant damage works on you, right? Yeah. So.
And assuming he's got a magical weapon.
It is magic,
yeah.
9 radiant damage. As this happens, he's like, you and your kind, and brings down the long sword again. Fuck. 26 to hit.
Indeed.
Okay, 16 slashing damage.
Oh, Jesus.
Plus the radiant. 12 radiant damage. Haven't you done enough to our people without your games? And brings down his longsword a third time.
Oh, Aoife's gonna go down real quick. I'm at 5 HP, friends.
Okay. 16 to hit you.
That will not hit.
Okay. What are you blocking with? Is your armor, what's going on?
I think the way that he is so single-mindedly focused and bringing his sword down in the same place, and she just at the last second, as this crimson blade swings for her again, she just barely dodges out of the way.
Yeah. And just you hear the clattering of the blade, and you see it sinks into the sides, like it's cutting like butter through, the stone of the hallway around you. And he swings it back around. Why? Why did you do this to me? And he kind of screams out and is swinging it down for the 4th and final time. He seems to have lost his shit in this moment. It's only a 12 here as he's getting more erratic and swinging. This is clearly axe murderer man coming after you here. But yeah, he cuts into the steel on the other side of and you hear actually the rumbling, how deep this blade cuts into the stone, way on either side. He might be cutting into it, destroying it. You don't know, but in this moment,
imagine
it's all you
little
can do.
Sparks of light, flash up as he strikes.
Yeah. It is fucked as he is heavily focused on you in this moment. All right, and then we've got one of our ghostly knights here coming in, swooping in as you two, so Katie, so Lou, and of course our friend Tony are moving towards Rivaan. One of these ghostly figures, the same one that tried to strike you from before, is swinging in now, Tony, to get some revenge. Let's see. If it can hit you with its ghost spear, it's a natural 20. Oh, no.
Oh, dear.
Oh. It is a time of combat. Luckily, he's rolling like shit. Okay, 6 plus 6 is going to be 12 piercing damage.
Who is this on?
Tony.
Okay.
12 piercing damage. Oh, yep, and then the cold damage, of course, because these things are clearly not quite human. It's going to be with a critical 18 cold damage, my friend, as you feel the cold of the grave stab into you as this ghostly figure also stabs in. And then, at this point, we come to Rook, who is still standing really close to Aoife, and you hear a, "Fuck you, asshole," like comes, and Rook throws her entire body on this person who has come after you, Aoife, and is trying to tackle them with her full weight to get them basically off of you and create some kind of space here. So Rook... Oh my god, got the natural 20. What? So Rook...
Let's go, girl!
Yeah, so
She's on it today.
I know, I don't know what the fuck. So this is a grapple, to be quite fair. So she's not, like, doing any damage, but Rook basically tackles this dude, who's a little bit bigger, I mean, bigger by about 100 pounds, but they're roughly the same kind of weight, shoves him on, and as he's like swinging wildly up the steps, right, she throws her entire body like on top of this guy with her armor, and Aoife, you now have a solid 5 feet barrier or so as the two of them like fall onto the ground and are basically like wrestling, and Rook is trying her goddamn best to keep this guy away from you in this moment. So he is restrained 0 feet. He can't move any closer towards you. I would suggest you not be within 5 feet of him on the start of your next turn. And we're going to go up to the top of the round. So Aoife, here we go.
Oh, let me do her concentration checks. Make sure Lou is not sleepy.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Oh my god, please pass this.
Good. And for the second one, natural 20 for the second one.
There you go.
Good. All right. Woo!
The anger keeps you sharp.
I do not need that in my life.
We do not need that. All right. So now this man has made it personal.
He has made it personal.
Hearing his absolute just bitter ire that he spits at her with every swing of his sword, Aoife's going to reach out with a vicious mockery, and in a perfect imitation of Hekate's voice, she is going to say, "You are nothing without us. You are puny and worthless. And I need him to make..." Wisdom saving throw.
I'm gonna give him disadvantage on this one. I think that feels right and poignant for this situation. Yeah, that's a natty 1 on the disadvantage. So he is just, as like Rook is on it, he's struggling so hard, but you feel him like, his head thrown back by the psychic weight of that.
And he will take 7 psychic damage and have disadvantage on the next attack roll he makes before the end of his next turn.
All right.
And she is going to promptly move away.
Bye-bye! And that's what Rook is like, get back! Like, she's got him on the ground, he can't move. Like, that's it. That's, absolutely.
And,
good shit.
As she's moving away, she reaches out to Rook with a bardic inspiration die.
Okay, cool. All right. You're a D8 now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that is her turn.
All right. And then we come to Lou. So here you go. You know for certain that there is at least one of these skeletal warriors by you. You know that Tony was leading you towards where Rivaan is, so he's probably really close.
Okay. Bonus action, dodge.
Yeah, fair.
And then... Okay. I guess I'm going to go towards where I think Rivaan is.
Yeah.
And do that. I really want to get rid of this fucking thing, though. Uh,
It is, yeah, kind of a choice, though. Yeah, it's kind of rough. I do have stats ready to go for whoever will volunteer to run Rivaan. He'll be on board to help you in this fight.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I can certainly do
I'll
that.
send those to you, Sage, right now.
I guess I'll go for Rivaan. I won't let your efforts be in vain, Tony. So I'll go ahead and try to find Rivaan.
I'll say he will certainly help. He's not. He is not a chumpo.
I also really want a second healer on this battlefield. Not for nothing.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
So what do I need to do to find him? Investigation?
Go ahead
or-
and give me an investigation. Because you're working with your magic shit and you're already having Tony's help finding this, go ahead and roll with advantage to try and see if you can find exactly where he is. And it'll be a bonus action to use the magic water dose on him.
Well, I'll have to do an action because I have bonus action dodge, but...
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, so investigation 14 plus 8 is 22.
Yes. So you're stumbling around, right? Like you and Tony are sort of like where he was before. You saw him one time. There are a lot of statues in the dark, and you gotta make sure as you're moving your hand, right? Your hand moves across several of these clustered statues, but you find, oh man, that chiseled like cheek structure.
Ooh, that jaw.
can only be Captain Savage. That's your...
Okay. So then that will complete my actions because I'll have to use, that was my action to investigate and my bonus action, and then as my last action, I will go ahead and I will feed him this water.
Yeah.
How
and since
much
his
of
mouth
my-
is closed, it's sort of like a just throw it on him, I guess. It's the best case scenario, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you do. And yes. What was the question?
My question was, how much movement did I use to find him? I have 30 available even in difficult terrain.
Yeah, so probably 10 feet normal. So it would have been 20 feet in difficult terrain for a normal person, but you have more than that. So
My movement's doubled, so it's like difficult terrain isn't there.
okay, so then you would have moved 10 feet. You would have expended 10 feet of your normal movement.
Okay.
And the Sage, I just popped the appropriate stat block here. If you want to go ahead and why don't you roll initiative for me?
So Lou will shout as loud as she can. Oh my god, did you get a 20?
Rivaan's like fucking ready.
Oh my God,
He's like,
fucking ready to
he's
go.
like,
so
I'm
it's
so
a
fucking
22.
tired. I've been fucking stoned and I am
I'm stoned out of my
dying.
mind. All right,
Hate
so
it.
she's gonna be like, I don't know if you know, but the Red Knight is here. I gotta get this shit out of here. And she's going to use the rest of her 20 feet of movement to try to get towards the door.
Yeah, literally no time to even check if this is happening. So yeah, you use your 20 feet of movement, and I think if you can move just truly the 20 feet, like, you're good. You can get to the point where you are right directly adjacent to the square where the Red Knight and Rook are rolling around on the ground, full high school, like, wrestling with each other at this minute, prone, trying to figure it out. And Aoife, you can just see the outline of Aoife like backing away in the stairs for her goddamn life. There is blood splattered fucking everywhere. You don't know whose it is.
As a free action, and then
Yeah.
that's my turn.
Yeah, screaming as a free action is always allowed. Tony, just out, like, in the fog, like, you saw Lou throw this, and you hear, like, a cracking sound, you know, like a dinosaur being born from an egg. This was like the... and there's a, like, a shuddering sound, and, like, a drop as... Rivaan, you see some motion happening there, but he's clearly not moving immediately. He needs a few more seconds, as in a couple more rounds, to, like, figure his shit out, but he seems fine. That is fine. but you do know that somewhere very close to you, perhaps within 5 feet of you somewhere, is this ghostly figure.
Yeah,
Lou has run off into, you can't fucking see where she went, but it seemed like she went back towards the entrance.
I'm gonna act as some sort of guard to Rivaan while he comes to.
Yeah.
And with my back to him, so I'm not swinging wildly in that direction, but in the direction that I think this creature is in.
Yeah.
I'll make an attack.
Yeah, yeah. I think just, as you spin around and kind of hunker down, you can see, the ghostly form of one of these figures come through the ice, and you can absolutely aim at it.
That's 19.
Yeah, man, that'll hit.
Amazing.
Give me one characteristic of this thing. So it's like, think ancient Viking ghostly warrior. What sets this one apart?
Oh, its helmet is too big for its head and it's kind of cracked. So it is at a slant further down, but there's a crack right where its other eye would be, so you can still see both of its ghostly eyes.
Ooh, Boo Radley. What's going on here? All right, yeah, hit Boo Radley. Let's go.
Yeah, and then 13 slashing damage.
13 is not going to do
sword.
it. You try and swing it around, and your sword drags like it should be cutting, but
I think it was
damage.
Oh, that was damage. I hit it already.
Shit. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, 13, and it's a magic weapon?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
You're good. Good, thank you. All right.
Well, thank goodness.
Yeah, no. Your sword swings down, and it weirdly drags through flesh that is sort of ghostly, sort of corporeal, but you can see true red blood comes from this thing as it reels back from your bold strike. Would you like to make a second attack?
Sure would.
All right, let's go.
And that's 21 to hit.
Yeah, dude. Jeez.
With another 8 damage.
Okay.
Nice. So,
this thing, it will, as you hit it, you are subjected to its Ice Runes feature. Weapon attacks, you are going to have to take 2d8 cold damage each round you attack this thing, as you are getting close to its ghostly and shitty weird body. You're like, just the chill of the grave. You're going to take 8 cold damage as you are attacking it.
I fucking hate this.
Yeah. These things, you get the feeling, because you fought ghosts before. Whatever this is, it isn't quite that. It's almost something summoned, something created by just undead spirits and ice and hatred is this thing. Yep. So, anything else, Tony?
I'm gonna hold on to my action surge, I think, and just take a defensive stance.
All right. Then here... Alright, we come to the Red Knight. So, Rook has him on the ground. He is restrained, which means he can't move, and he's doing disadvantage against direct attacks. So, he is going to use one... Okay, he's going to forego 2 of his normal attacks to use Invoke Arcana. Oh, yeah.
What does that mean?
Rook fails, absolutely. So as she's like, they're rolling on the ground, right? Like on top of each other, essentially. And both Lou and Aoife are there, like in this moment, right? And you just see a blinding flash of this bluish, star-studded light, that same kind of light that's happened with each of his swings, with whatever, just pierces through Rook's chest. Completely, just kind of bisecting her in this moment. Rook falls off to the side, after taking a lot of damage. Appears to be unconscious, just thrown to the side, essentially, as this guy, just does this huge blast, and then throws her unconscious body off into a corner. You're not sure exactly what's happened to her, but she does not seem to be moving anymore. And then attempts to stand up here. So trying to rise, trying to stand up. I assume, Aoife, you're not within 5 feet because you tried to back away. But Rook, or I think Lou was probably within 5 feet, like trying to get towards the door at this point. So you can take an attack of opportunity as he is trying to rise after clearly maybe killing your companion.
All right.
Rook is clearly not in the picture anymore, and she is not restraining him anymore.
Does a 19 hit?
19 will hit.
Oh, thank God. All right. I'm
barely, though. You feel you're like, you're pushing the limits as you're like forcing through this plate armor, whatever the fuck these things are wearing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let me just double check. All right. Can I use my sonic blade as a reaction? It is a weapon attack. It's an action to use it. I don't know.
No, so on attacks of opportunity, you specifically get one melee attack.
Okay. Cool.
As your reaction.
I didn't know. And nobody else is around right now, so I don't get sneakies, which sucks.
Yeah. Well, Rook is there, but she's unconscious for sure, so you don't get it, right? It has to be conscious, yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he blew her HP for sure.
8 magical piercing.
Ooh, yeah. So you at least get a good stab, like, up under, in between, this armor here as he's getting up, but it doesn't stop him from rising for sure. He is a
beefy boy
that does not want to go down. But yeah, you get the swing in. Shit. Okay, because that was just 2 of his actions, so he gets 2 more longswords. So he's gonna try and take it out against one on you, Lou. I guess you're the only one here.
I am dodging as well. If that means anything.
Okay, that's great. So he has disadvantage?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, good, because that became a 2, so only 15 to hit.
Yep, does not hit.
Disadvantage is so great that you're doing that, but with disadvantage, the second hit is an 18.
Okay, I'm gonna shield.
Okay, yep. So you blow back the shield as this sword is coming down on you on that second blow, and you see the divine sparks of whatever this weapon is light, and have a very bad feeling that if this had hit you, it would have been a very hard blow. But yep, he seemed to get most of that aggression out on Rook. So there we go. And then that is going to be his turn, thank God. And then Tony, as you are still in the blizzarding mist, like trying to hit the second, this ghostly warrior, another one is going to come around here and try to deal with you. So the first one who is attacking you, he's got, Boo Radley, his helmet rattling around. What is the second, the quality of this one? Distinctive physical.
Very long hair and beard. It's too long.
Too long.
They've never cut it. They've never cut it. Oh my
God. Samson. Okay, we've got Samson and Bear Radley here. Okay, so Samson is going to bring down his ghost blade on you, the spear, trying to stab into you. 16 to hit.
Nah,
bro. So get out of here. But the second swing, 24.
God damn it.
That'll do. As they're coming in here, boo, boo, boo. All right, 7 piercing damage. And then the cold damage. That's the thing. From the approach. Okay, 10 cold damage. This stabs this ghost spear through you. It's semi-corporeal. It's very strange and bizarre as this happens. Yeah, but then Rook is making a death saving throw. Okay, Rook makes her death saving throw. 1 good. All right. And then Rivaan. So there's a moment. Yeah, I think there's the he like coughs out dust, right, in the cold and everything around him, but he stands up to his full height, and Tony, you feel suddenly a very comforting presence, right? So just that aura kicks off. If you want to tell us all about what's up, and he take his turn.
Oh boy. So just to get a lay of the room, so Rook unconscious on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Our
about
main guy
10 feet away if there wasn't a fuck you storm. So 20 feet away for anyone with difficult terrain. Rook is like right on the ground with this guy, the Red Knight, on top of her, who's fighting Lou, who's right there like 5 feet away. Aoife is technically like 10 feet away from the Red Knight just because she's like gone up the stairs, but Rivaan is waking up like directly next to Saye, who is directly Tony, who's directly next to 2 of these like incorporeal fuck you knights. So
Okay.
Rivaan's got a lot of targets, just like right the fuck there.
So he is definitely going to start off by, as he coughs out this last just hack of dust from his lungs, and he expels this mighty battle cry.
Yeah.
And so each hostile creature within 30 feet of him must succeed on a DC 16 wisdom saving throw or become frightened.
Yep.
And then each friendly creature within 30 feet has advantage on the next attack roll that they make.
Sage, do you want to say what battle cry for a man who loves the Saurina and the Empire?
Ooh, oh my god. What would he say?
Mm-hmm. Okay, so both of the ghost figures fail. The Red Knight succeeds because he can't be afraid.
So the ones who failed, they'll get to receive or repeat the saving throw at the end of their at the end of each of their turns.
Yeah.
And so he shouts out, "Oh God, I don't even know."
Yeah.
Probably, I don't know.
Oh, the Serena's tits! No, I'm just kidding.
I think for Queen and for Country is a pretty good one.
For Queen of for victory.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. For her radiance.
Oh,
And I like that. And so as long as you are within 10 feet of him, you are immune to being frightened, and you have advantage on all saving throws.
So that'll be you, Tony, in this moment right now. And Lou, I think you're barely catching the edge of that.
not for long. I'm out of here, bitches. Gotta get rid of this shit. I might just keep running. This place sucks. Just kidding.
Bye.
And so he'll kind of move around and muscle up to Tony, ready to take on these creatures.
Hell yeah.
Amazing.
Go. Yep. So, good, cool, battle cry, wonderful. So the creatures are frightened. That means that, Tony, you're going to have advantage against hitting them. They're going to have disadvantage to hit you while Rivaan is standing next to you. Scared the shit out of them. And then, one of these creatures is, it's their turn. The one who has, Boo Radley is just like, nope, and he's trying to run away because he is afeared of Captain Savage. So, Tony, you get an attack of opportunity, as does Rivaan. He's trying to run.
If I get an attack of opportunity and it's not a result of my, no, I guess it is. My
so you only get
sentinel
one
feat.
reaction. So, you have a bunch of features that give you reactions. So you basically have to pick which one you want to use. So you can say, no, I don't want an attack of opportunity, because if you have something better you want to do, for your reaction.
If you take the
No,
attack of opportunity, you'll get to apply the things that you get from Sentinel. Like,
Yeah,
it won't
okay,
move.
that's
that is a
Yeah.
reaction, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, great.
And you
Attack
will
of
have advantage on this.
Because of
Gorgeous.
his
That's a
Because
26.
he's gorgeous.
furious yell. Because he's
No,
a
because he's
leader
gorgeous.
of people.
26 to hit
Oh, shit.
with
Yeah.
10 slashing damage.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, their speed is reduced to 0.
Oh boy. Okay, so they cannot go anywhere. Wonderful. So they'll be right there. There you are. Not Boo Radley's not going anywhere. But Sage, do you want to go ahead? You could take your reaction here for Rivaan, or you could make an attack of opportunity. Oh, I guess you can't because Tony was not hit with a weapon attack, but you could hold it if you wanted. Rivaan is at the top of the order. He rolled better initiative than everyone, just so you know.
Yeah.
What an overachiever. But can pass his trial.
Yeah, he will go ahead and use his reaction as it attempts to run away, and he got an 18 to hit,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then he got
And it's always
11.
radiant damage for him for his choice, just so you know.
yeah, I figured. So he'll take 11 slashing damage, and then 13 radiant damage.
Sounds about right. Alright. Boo Radley is very afraid of the holy fire that is Rivaan. Wonderful. So that was just that guy's turn. So, oh shit, we already down to Rook again? Yeah, I guess making that
Then he
other-
can try a save again to see if he's not afraid.
Ah, okay. Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's not good. That was just Boreas. Right, okay, Rivaan, this one creature. Okay, then I think we're at Aoife, actually.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
No, yeah, I
So
think
we're
I jumped ahead in the thing. No, yeah, we're at Aoife, and then it'll be Lou on deck.
So we're a little bit away from everyone. She is going
You've got
to...
like a good 5 feet between where you and the clusterfuck that was now, the Red Knight is standing up exactly next to where Tony is. Like, you've got some shit going on here. Or Lou is right there, so.
Yeah, she's going to try and use her 15 feet of movement that she can to get up to basically be try to be within 10 feet of everyone. Mm-hmm. And she is going to raise up her staff that she is newly attuned to and unleash 5 charges for a mass cure wounds because we all hurting.
Super
I might.
So I will say to get within 10 feet of everyone, you're gonna, because you kind of retreated up the narrow 5-foot hallway, you're gonna have to try and get past the Red Knight. Potentially invoking a attack of opportunity is probably the only way you could get everyone in this room.
Do that.
I mean, she can hit everyone within a 30-foot radius, but just for touch. But she'll move so that she can get to everyone within the 20-foot or 30-foot radius.
Okay, as long as it's 30-foot radius, I think, yeah, okay, then you just basically have to put yourself within 5 feet of the Red Knight, so he could potentially hit you, but next turn.
Yeah, we'll take that risk.
Yeah, you just got to get it so you can basically be close enough to everyone. He's surrounded by enemies on all sides, but yep, you've got to take a 5-foot step closer.
So we'll heal for everyone for 25 hit points.
Great. So Rook comes back to life as this is happening. Rook is back up.
Are you still on my way to get the fuck out of here with this thing?
Yes, so you will have to shove past Aoife in the hall. She's basically at that 5-foot step that would be like from the narrow hallway into the big room.
But
the Red Knight is sitting there in the big room, and Aoife's that last, square.
Is it impossible for me on my turn to get past her, or does she need to keep
I'll say
moving,
you
or-
can move past your ally, but you will be taking an attack of opportunity from the Red Knight if he has not used his reaction. He's guarding very intentionally the base of the stairs.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's a choke point.
Okay.
Choke these nuts, bitch.
And then she will give Lou a bardic inspiration.
Thank you.
Great fucking turn, though. Getting people back up.
And yeah, that's her.
All right. Loopy.
It's me!
It's
Bonus
me.
action, dodge.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to... how long is the staircase to get out of here?
I don't know, maybe 15 feet or so at a direct, 45-degree angle up.
Okay, so I can get there without needing to dash.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it will be an attack of opportunity for sure. To get
No,
the
it
point.
won't. I'm disengaging and I'm running.
Whoa! Rolling. Oh my god, it's amazing.
I am a rogue with magic
Fuck you!
in my veins now.
Great.
All right, yeah, so dodge. No, I wouldn't dodge if I'm disengaging, though.
No, yeah, you don't
Can
need
I
to.
take that back?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to disengage, and I'm going to give Aoife a little hip bump, and then run up the stairs.
Yeah.
And I'm just turning to the side so that it's not still coming down the stairs, and I'm just chucking it as far as my scrawny little rogue arms can throw it.
Give me an athletics. How far?
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Hell yeah, do
shit.
that.
You get to roll it twice and pick the higher result.
Yes.
Yay!
Well, no, I'm using my normal inspiration that I have.
Got it.
Yeah. Okay, that's a 13, which is not too bad.
That's fine. That is enough to hurl. It's basically a baseball-sized, crystal of elemental evil that you're just hurling at the top of your lungs, and you're just watching it soar past. Basically, you just needed to clear the stairs, right? So it's not going to roll back down, and just enough distance, the pop flight as it goes, and there is the roaring of wind in your ear as it's basically being drained and funneled out, charging this thing, and all of you, I think, hear that popping sound. Actually, everybody, we're all going to take 1d4 force damage as just the pressure and the sound just fucks everyone. So 3 damage just across the board for everyone, the thunder damage of this thing just as the pressure changes so sharply. But all of a sudden there's a pop in your ears, and it's gone. You hear the roaring happening somewhere outside as it's followed, Lou's trajectory, and it's landed. But all of a sudden, you all see the room quite clearly because everybody has dark vision turned on. And it's these two ghostly figures who are still there, still remaining, flanking on, Tony and Rivaan at this point, and just the Red Knight, who is just furiously, you can see his shoulders heaving with the anger of this moment here, and Rook kind of standing up on the ground. But yeah, the snowy clusterfuck is gone. You have made a serious move to improve your odds in this battle.
And
Take a point of inspiration, Bets. That was great.
Oh, I got it back!
Oh my god, you got it back. It was worth it. Spend
Everybody
it. Got
use
it.
your
Spend it.
inspiration.
Got it. Yeah. Spend it
now.
now and get it, because we're probably going to respect the TOV. And bye-bye, inspiration. You would have gotten luck in this way.
Now that I have a clear view
Yes.
from the top of the stairs, and I can see this guy trying to do the chokehold on that,
Be an
she's
asshole.
going to
Serious asshole.
take a dagger, her +1 dagger magic, and she is going to chuck it at his fucking face.
Hell yeah, you are. Let's go.
All right, that is a 12 plus 8. 20 should hit.
A 20 will hit. Yep. You've heard 19 is your number.
Yes.
With
And
plate
then
armor.
sneakies,
This fool, yeah.
because he was there, which scares me. All right. 7, 8, that's 4, 12, plus the 3, 15 magical piercing damage.
All right. Ow and butts.
And that's my turn.
Ow and butts. Oh no. Wonderful. An excellent fucking turn. Tony, my dear, we are at you. And just so you know, the Red Knight is about to take his turn. So keep that in mind.
I can start with a bonus action, can't I?
Yeah, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
I'm gonna take my second wind.
Yeah, that
And
feels...
just...
This feels like a good time to use all of your powerful things.
Ooh, thank goodness.
So, actions,
Game
bonus
over.
actions.
It's not plus anything, it's just a straight
We gotta
hit.
respec you to TOV because, man, Last Stand is so much better than Second Wind. We'll get you there.
Okay.
It's a reaction, basically. You can just like come back up to full to fight again.
Excuse me. And now,
For my next trick.
for my next trick, I guess yeah, I think
Kill
that's
a
what I'm
ghost,
excited
man.
on. I'm gonna kill a ghost.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna kill, what did you call that, Samson?
We have Boo Radley and we have Samson, who are just like here. I will say
They're
Boo
both
Radley.
on my ass, aren't they?
Yeah, they're both on your ass, and Rivaan is standing next to you. So you're fighting by your captain, both of you together. Boo Radley looks fucking terrible after taking a bunch of hits, and Samson is fully up and ready to go. So
So it looks like we need to just finish off Boo Radley.
and you have
we're going
advantage,
to-
right, on this attack because of Rivaan's battle cry?
She would have used that on her reaction on the attack of opportunity.
Okay. No,
yeah,
Tony
that's right.
didn't get one. It was Lou and you, Aoife, I think, for standing up because Tony isn't standing next to.
From when the ghost tried to walk away.
Ah, yeah, okay, gotcha. All right, so just normal, but you can see now, which is great.
But I will go ahead and... Should I use it on this one? Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and use my Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah.
D8.
Then it and every other enemy around it will take thunder damage equal to the result on the die roll. The Bardic Inspiration die roll.
Okay.
You have to make a con saving throw.
16. No, 17. 17 to hit.
Okay, 17 will do.
And then I got 2 on the Bardic die.
Okay, both pass their con save, unfortunately, so it's save or suck, right, on that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So they're not taking thunder damage, but you will be able to hit. I'm assuming Boo Radley.
Yeah, and then that's 12 slashing damage.
Ooh. How do you want to take out this Viking ghost, ice ghost?
Okay. I think I slash my sword upwards through the hole in his helmet.
Yeah. As you do, mimicking the blows of his past that defeated him. You see this ghost just like. It's like the shaking, settling as reality like infringes on it, and it just bursts in this like spray of sort of frosty ectoplasm and is gone.
Very good.
Boo
I'll
Radley
take an
ain't here no
extra.
more. It's just Samson and this red armor, Wild Marion.
Well, Samson can taste my blade for my second attack.
we'll see. He's got his long hair. He died with it, protecting him.
I don't know that 15 will hit.
15 is exactly what you need to hit.
Oh, beautiful.
These things are, they appear like the ruins of these sort of barbaric Viking folk, so that means just leathers and furs, and, it's not going to be an extreme amount of AC here.
Then it's going to be 11 more slashing damage, please.
As your magic blade cuts into these guys. Ooh, don't like it. Do not like it. But they keep fighting on, and you see Samson has no reaction, no feeling to Boo Radley disappearing. These things are, wights conjured at the will of a master who is uncaring, and neither are they. Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
Am I still able to maybe disengage and then move towards the Red Knight?
I think you've used all your actions at this point. You used your actions to
it is an
attack.
action, that's right.
But yeah, for you, unfortunately, because you're not a rogue, you can't disengage as a bonus action.
Okay. We'll wait. We'll hold on to our action surge one more time, and we'll take...
All right.
The defensive stance is also a bonus action.
Bonus action. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then that's it.
Okay. Then the Red Knight. All right. So Rook is back up on the ground, so she hasn't stood up. Not an obvious threat. But we do have both Lou and Aoife within 5 feet of him, yes?
I'm still further up the tunnel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, you were a little bit
further
further
my
up.
dagger, yeah.
So it's
I'm right there.
Aoife and Rook within 5 feet of him, I think. Alright, he's a real goddamn asshole. So I think he's going to try and literally kill Rook with a few of his blows. And then, yeah, I think he's going to try and do that, see if he can do it, and then go to Aoife. He's got 4 fucking longsword attacks. Yeah. Alright. Okay. So the first one, he throws down. Rook manages to barely dodge out of the way. Second one, he definitely hits. Oh, fuck. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2, 4, 12. Okay. Alright, Rook goes back down. You see, he just swings the longsword and just right through her chest, like, while she's on the ground. No chance. She stops moving. Actually, does that even kill her? Let's see. No, that doesn't automatically kill her. But it will take down 2 death saves. Oh. And then, yeah, so that means 3 longswords. Coming at Aoife.
Oh my god.
24 for the first one.
Oh my god.
That'll hit.
Okay, 10 slashing damage. Plus our radiant damage. Okay, so that'll be 8 radiant damage. That first swing.
Okay.
Second swing is going to be, 25 to hit.
Alright, we're good on our concentration check there. Okay, 25 will certainly do.
Alright, so that's 16 slashing damage, plus his radiant damage. Plus 10 radiant damage.
She
still
is
up.
hanging on by a thread. And good on the concentration check.
He's got one more. He's got one more longsword.
Please, God, no.
If he's got one more, then she's going down regardless. As long as he hits.
That is a natural fucking 1 on because he has a plus 13 to hit, so I think even a 2 on that would have just fucking destroyed your ass. What? Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, it happened for you. This fucking guy's a monster. Fuck. You tell me, what is the one, like, when he hits? I feel like this is really he is going after you with a vengeance. So what is the one moment? What's the coolest thing you do to, like, avoid this fucking garbage?
Oh my god, yeah. As he brings the sword low onto her, just slash after slash, and I think she gets almost cocky, and she steps into even more into his area and gets right up in his face and says, you don't have the power to stop me. And I think it gets in his mind a little bit.
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? And also, Aoife, as you do that, there's something so weird that happens. As you see, he's bringing down the blade, and just in that moment, it's like little roots kind of sprout around his hand and the base of the sword, and you see them as they wrap around the blade and just jerk it to the side as these viney little plants just sort of threw it off. And like, you're not even sure it happened because some like they disintegrate so fast in the hit, but like, you think there might have been a moment here where someone was looking out for you, and someone in the face of this fucking anti-Fae asshole you might have scored a little point or two there. Showing their true colors. Good way to get your enemy to fucking hang themselves. Alright, then that is, thank God, his fucking turn over. Okay, the second ghostly warrior, so Samson, still fucking afraid of Rivaan from that battle cry, so has to try and run away. So both Tony and Rivaan, if you want to go ahead and make reactions against this thing, you want to burn it, you can make attacks of opportunity as it's trying to fucking run away. Captain Savage, they do not want to be anywhere near this man in his holy wrath.
Attack of opportunity. That's 23 to hit.
Yes,
Ooh,
23.
yeah.
Yes.
That is a 22 for Rivaan.
Oh god, yes. You
Get 'em.
monsters. You monsters.
So that's going to be with 11 damage, and they cannot move anymore. Speed reduced to 0.
Well then. What's Rivaan's damage?
That is going to be 21 total damage.
Oh my god. Okay, this thing isn't down yet, but like, wow, is it just holding the fuck on there? Okay, and it can't run away, which is great goddamn news on one hand, but on the other, it can attack because it can't move. So it is going to open up its jaws, and you see it distended in that really creepy way ghosts sometimes do in horror movies, as just a breath of like cold and frost is going to come at both Tony and Rivaan here. I need them both to make Constitution saving throws.
With advantage!
Yep. With
Oh,
advantage.
thank goodness. Ooh, that was a natural 20, so I assume that's going to win.
for-
Oh,
Oh
I
my
just
God,
rolled
he
2
also
natural
got a
20s,
natural
by the
20.
way.
What the fuck? All right, you guys, like, you're like, in battle together, empire training, yeah. You just, like, feel so fucking good at this. It's the Power Wonder Twins back together again. I don't know, what cool back-to-back move, Nassim, is there, like, what is this? What did training prepare you to do? What's the cool-ass stance? Don't give a shit.
I
I
think
mean, they
it's
both
something...
definitely have shields, right? So
Yeah, it's like a breath weapon dragon. You're like, I don't give a shit. Like,
It's probably something crazy where, like, he puts his shield down over his thigh, and then I'm stepping over it, and
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like I'm leaning against him, ready to leap off of his thigh
so good.
into the air.
So good. You're like, yes, a tactic. Like, it's been so long since you fought with someone who was trained, you know, with your talent. Like, it feels so good to, like, get back into those maneuvers as you go for it. So both of you are going to take half damage still, but you're not going to have your speed reduced and all the other shit that comes from this as you're hit by this cold breath. So, all right, here we go. Okay, so it's going to be 36 halved because you both saved, so 13 cold damage. Whew.
18.
18?
Yeah. Half
Oh,
of 36.
sorry. Yep, 36. Beep, beep. 18 total, yeah. How you doing, Tony? You still...
Yeah, how's Tony looking?
Yeah, how's Tony?
Tony's looking beat the fuck up,
Yeah.
but she's
Okay.
still got a smile on her face that Captain is back.
Hell yeah. That was the creature's big move. And it's on its last legs for sure. Wonderful. So, oh, and Rook will make a death saving throw again. She has made it, so that is good. One step from death. Rivaan! Let's party, Sage.
Alright, let's see if he recharges his battle cry. He does not. So we still have both of these ghosts, or no, just the one ghost
Just
in
the
front
one
of us?
ghost left. So just one Samson standing directly in front of him and Tony, looking pretty bad. Unfortunately, the Red Knight is still looking pretty hot at this moment. But yeah, he's about 10 feet away from where they are.
Alright, oh my god, he can make 2 longsword attacks and spellcast? What the fuck? Alright, so first and foremost, he reaches a heavy gauntleted hand
Welcome
onto
to being
Tony's shoulder.
CR14.
Well, what the fuck? And he says, Fatonia,
The Sarina was CR18, so, you know, whatever. Yeah.
So, Tony, you will regain 19 HP as he lays cure wounds on you, and then pulling out his sword,
My
will
brother. Yeah.
he will make 2 attacks against dear Boo Radley here.
Boo Radley's so dead, but
Or
Samson
Samson.
carrying on for his memory. Sure
All right,
won't
that will be a 16 to hit.
Uh-huh.
That is going to be 19 radiant damage.
Mm-hmm.
And 7 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm. Barely alive, but still alive.
And then seeing this creature still stands, he focuses his ire and brings another blow against this creature with a 23 to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is going to be 10 radiant damage and 9 more slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
How
my
does he
God.
destroy Samson?
Oh, yeah. With that final blow, he kind of twists or swings the sword up into his hand and then just brings it down with the force from above his head, clean through its ethereal face.
Whew. Yeah. And it just shatters by the radiance of his blow as it comes through, you know, the holy light. He whispers, you know, for the Sarina and, you know, holds his weapon to his chest. And then is ready to go once again.
Yeah, looks to Tony. Lead the way.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Yeah, so I can cross that bitch off my initiative. And then Eva, we actually come to you. Clinging on to life within 5 feet, but hot damn, girl. You know, you have someone in this little weedy flower court of yours who actually might be real on your team in this moment. That was a nice little indicator you just saw. I'm going to say you have advantage on literally everything this round.
She wants to take this opportunity while she is so within his space that she reaches out with a hand and she caresses the edge of his helmet as she casts a resting caress.
Ugh, hates it. He hates it. What's happening? I don't even know, but he hates it.
And so we will make contested charisma checks. And if I win, he is stunned.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'm giving you advantage on this. So,
Love a challenge of
done.
charisma.
So,
This is
I'm sorry,
the
you
best way
said
to fight.
charisma. Oh, charisma?
Yeah, charisma check.
He is, I mean, he's fake court, so his charisma is higher, but it's kind of high. But you have advantage, so
So that is a 23 from Aoife.
Oh my god, I got a 21.
And so as long as she so she can spend an action on subsequent rounds to maintain this hold, but he is stunned.
Oh my god. God, he hates this so much. And I think in the Fae realm, especially, you can feel physically how much, like, as you create this physical binding, right, on this person, like, how deeply. So you, like, reach out and, you know, you touch the armor, which is suddenly in a flash, you understand so much about what this individual is, because the armor is the man at this point, and that is part of why this is so terrible, right? Like, this overwhelms you in your mind, right? Like, the anger and the fucking hatred, because whatever this thing has become, it is not a person really in there anymore. It is a person bound to an object to be used by the Fae. The Fae, just like fucking you, as you assert your power, right, over this thing. God, and the red veins of hatred and just, like, corruption moving through this. Like, you feel them, you know exactly how to pull them, but he is nothing under your control. He, like so many that hate and fear, are nothing in the pal of someone who actually understands what it is to live, to love, to be putty in your hands. Here he is. All it is, a little weak ball of hatred under your control.
Oh,
You've
yeah, she
won.
feels...
You know it so deeply to your core.
It feels like in this moment, this is like everything her life has been building towards, of this power and control. And
you feel him weaken, and like a puppet, right, without strings.
And that, unfortunately, does take Aoife's concentration. So, Lou, I'm so sorry, but you are lethargic, but he is contained.
Yes.
He is contained.
I think, since the other ghosts are dead, that's not the worst thing here. Yes, so he is stunned, which is a great condition with your turn. And that's an action to do. And also, Aoife, I think, you know, as you extend this hand too, and you feel it, roots sprout from your fingertips, like reinforcing your power in this moment, and you feel not just yourself, and now you realize for the first time, you've never really felt this in your mortal form, but there's someone else there with you, right? It's like this sort of sleepy, subconscious voice that you acknowledge. It's not just that voice there, it's another one, a voice of growth and freshness, vitality, and persistence. The persistence of nature, of the world, and they're all backing you as you look at this small, evil little thing in your grasp.
Oh, she is, like, just feeling moved to tears, even, feeling this.
Mm-hmm. So he is down, he is paralyzed? What did you say for the turn?
He is stunned.
Stunned. Okay. Anything else for your turn?
She will give Tony a bardic inspiration.
Okay. Cool. All right. Then Lou, we come to you. You are incapacitated by this. You feel the magic leaving you, but something about it actually feels okay. It's like the power is taken from you and, like, all of a sudden pulled into Aoife, and you see it, right, as you fall into the ground, and you're like... But also that disturbing, like, sense of... I don't know, something leaves you in this place, and you feel abandoned and weird as you're looking at your friend, and you know she's, like, mortal now in her form, but, like, she feels and looks so much different, and something in you, like, pulls... yourself towards Aoife in this moment as you fall on the floor like, holy shit. Yeah, something big is happening here. You're not really sure what it is.
I'm just vibing on these steps. Don't worry about me. I'm just gonna look at my
I'm
pretty
just gonna
friends.
lay the fuck down.
Next turn.
Tony, as you are standing, I think, in Rivaan's aura, there is no compulsion to, see what is going on. You can't both see directly what Aoife's doing. You guys are just, like, fucking kicking ass here, but we come to your turn. What are you doing? You've seen, you and Rivaan just felled these two ghosts, so if you round this pillar, a couple steps away, that's where your friends are fighting. What are you up to?
Yeah, I think I'd turn back to Rivaan just to, check him out and be like, now that I can fucking see you and know that you're here and you're good, she's gonna give a nod.
He's
and
like, go.
Yeah.
That's where he's at. We're in action mode. Yes, go.
Yeah. She runs to her friends.
Yeah, so you run the corner and you see Aoife. You don't know what the fuck happened or whatever, but Aoife seems to have cast some kind of spell and has the Red Knight, like the only combatant left on the field, is sort of like kneeling on the ground. She's got her hand on his face, so you have to assume she's got him on some kind of spell, and God, is this the perfect time to just, you could stab him in the back all the way through, get it done.
That's what's gonna
opportunity.
Happen.
Do it.
All right.
I'm going to say you don't have to... He is stunned. No worries. Yeah. You can take the full critical attack on this moment if you want to drive that sword through his back.
Ooh, that means I get... If I'm doing a critical, it means I get an extra die.
You get the extra die. You get to roll all your damage die double.
It's triple for me because I got savage attack.
Triple.
8.
Do it up. You don't have to roll attack. You automatically hit. Drive that sword through that man's heart.
16.
Yeah.
16 damage.
16 damage? That seems low.
Yep. Well, now we're going to use 2 hands.
Yeah. Go for it.
As he gets this sword plunged into his back, Aoife cries out because she takes twice as much psychic damage.
Really?
What?
From having him restrained.
And so the when she takes damage while the target is stunned, she takes twice as much damage, and the spell ends. So she drops to the ground unconscious, but was happy to give up the opportunity.
Fuck. I'm sorry.
I love that.
It's okay.
That's so cool. This must be a JB spell. He does this shit all the time. I love it.
Does that mean that I lose my extra attack?
No.
Or at least the critical?
No, you can keep on fucking going.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what's happening. You don't know what this man did to your friend. You don't know what that means. All you can assume in this moment is he did something terrible. You don't understand that as Tony. You're a fighter. You're here. Take this opportunity because this man is about to fucking stand up and be the worst again.
Yeah. He's no longer stunned, but have at it.
This was slightly better. That's 8 and 7, so 15 more slashing damage.
Hell yeah.
And then I'll action surge.
Yeah, I think this is the time.
And then that's another 3, 7, 12, and 19 more slashing damage.
Yep.
And final bonus attack. That's 1, 6, and 6, 12, 13 more damage.
Okay.
Plus your strength modifier in each of those.
Oh, yeah, I did not do that.
So
add an additional 10 damage?
Yeah. Okay. Make sure to start doing that because the enemies are getting so hard in this game. We need you to...
No, I've been doing it all night, but those were in succession. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Okay. So you just did like 50 damage to this man. It's like an extremely important amount of damage. He's still not dead, and that's why we need to do it. You stab, your sword through his back. To your horror, you stab a man on his knees with a greatsword through his back, and you pull it out, and he's fine, and you stab him again, and you pull it out again, And he's still fucking active, which tells you that there's a serious goddamn magical problem with whatever is happening, right? As this individual coughs and sputters and stands the fuck back up after you have done that, spinning that sword around. Aoife is bleeding on the ground. Rook, to the side, is bleeding on the ground of this thing in front of you that swirls around, right? Just coughing and spewing blood and looking again. And just the voice that echoes that Tony, Lou, and Rivaan, the only conscious people here, have to say, if you want to stop me, you'll have to kill me. This life is hell, and all I have is to drag each and every one of you down with me. So, Rook gets a natural 1 and dies.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Rivaan, it's your turn.
Oh man. Seeing this battle lay out before him, he is single-mindedly charging down this red knight and ready to take him on. And gloriously, his battle cry recharges, and so he says, "You will not leave this place alive." And so we need him to make a DC 16 Wisdom saving throw. He can't be frightened, so he's good. But all the allies get advantage on the next attack roll.
Yeah, so he can't be frightened, but all of you have advantage. He is alone here, determined to fight you all till the end. Till the last fucking breath.
And so for his first attack, that is going to be a 17 to hit.
Yeah, man. Oh, wait, 17, no, that won't do it. We need 19. Right. 19.
Second attack, that is going to be a 21.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Do our potions that heal anything also heal death?
You need some spells, brother. So, Revivify.
Rivaan does have Revivify, so
bigger
there is that.
I think the staff also has something, maybe, but...
But we don't have the spell components for Revivify.
Yeah.
We need 3 diamonds, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyway, 9... 11 radiant damage.
Okay.
And 8 slashing damage.
Alright. He's looking, worse than he was, but this fucking cat, just took up probably a third of his health.
And that will be his turn.
Alright. And that's Rivaan. Aoife, we come to you.
She is unconscious, so she's going to make her death saves, but with advantage since Rivaan's nearby.
Yep.
She's good, so she's got it there.
Okay. Then Lou,
one success.
Yeah.
I'm back up. She is going to run in and do a stab.
Hell yeah.
At advantage. That is 23.
Yeah. Do hurt. Do hurt, my dude.
Alright. 5, 9, plus 6 is 15, plus 2 is 17, plus 4 is 21, plus 5, 26 magical piercing damage.
Fuck yeah, that's a great fucking shot.
And then I'm going to take the dodge action.
Yeah. That's great.
And what-
That's a huge chunk of his damage, but he's still up. But like you shove that dagger in, and you feel his body just writhe, and bobbing and weaving against what you can do. But yeah, that's a great ass hit. Anything else?
Rogues! No, that's me.
All right, Tony. Do work. It's his turn next.
Okay, here we go for our attack. Two-handed. Where's my... Which one am I using?
With advantage.
Yes.
Disadvantage. Great. That's 24 to hit.
Okay. Yeah. Katie, that's a great tagline. Doing anything other than making them die faster is literally what most fights need in this game. Don't forget, kids,
Roguelike.
revivify. You have 1 minute.
No pressure.
10 more damage.
All right. Good.
And our extra attack, we have... that's like 25 to hit
Yep.
with 14 more damage.
Hell
Oh,
yes.
nice.
Hell yes. You're getting him so close. But this son of a bitch, just because it's a boss fight, he's still going. He is the nastiest fucking motherfucker of all the knights. His whole thing is war. God of War, of all of the four of them. He's still up, coughing blood, spewing it, living in this moment. Anything else?
I assume we're all kind of around this guy,
Yeah.
right? I just want to
Yeah.
make sure I'm as close to everyone as possible.
Because, Aoife is down on the ground, unconscious. Rook is dead, literally, on the ground at his base. Rivaan is coming for him. Lou is right there, stabbing him in the back. Tony, you are right there. It is... This monster is fighting so hard.
So who's going to be able to revivify Rivaan?
Rivaan.
We don't have the stuff to do it right now, though.
I think he's got a monster power.
Oh, does he?
I mean, and charisma is his spellcasting ability, so I'm assuming it's coming
He can
from...
he can do one. He can do,
You can do one.
one.
Okay.
So
I'm going to stay close to Lou and take my defensive stance.
Thanks, girl. That's +2, right, for my AC?
Yeah.
I think Rivaan is also within 5 feet of you, so I think all of you can benefit from that. It's everyone within 5 feet, so you can even extend that to your dead party members in case this guy really just wants
Is a
you.
bitch.
I imagine
Well, which
he
you did. That's why
probably
you went
wants to
after-
kill Aoife.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Oh,
okay.
but does Rook have the Death Ward too from the Oni?
Oh!
She does. Oh my god, you're
How did we forget that?
You're so right. But here's the thing. Okay. Oh my god, you're so right.
Holy shit!
Sage, take advantage because, like, oh my god. But you all think Rook is dead because I'm saying
that's
she
fair.
is doing survival check so hard to make it like appear like she is dead. So shh.
No
Mum's the word.
telling.
Fuck. Thank you for pointing that out. Holy shit. I was
my
like,
God.
wow, this campaign's about to change. Because what's interesting is the Red Knight just took his turn and then Rook goes. Whoa, okay. No, the Red Knight's about to go, so no, she's gonna lay on the ground. It's like, she's dead, right? Okay. Alright, so I think it's fair to say all our conscious individuals are getting one hit at least, right? He has 4 longsword attacks, so Tony, Lou, and Rivaan are all getting one. So let's resolve that. Alright, Tony. God, a 30 to hit.
Rivaan is gonna use his reaction and will say, "We will finish this. Do not worry," and you will gain 10 temp HP as he expends his reaction to do his bolster soldier.
I
That's a
love
man.
this man.
You kind of get
That
why
is a
Serena is
man.
like, I don't care. Nations may fall. I love him.
Where is the fanfic select?
I'm working on it all the time. I have resolved 2025 is going to be a terrible year, so fan fiction is going to be the blessing and light of our lives. Okay, so 8 slashing damage. Whoa. All right. I am also going to rule that Rivaan specifically is immune to this kind of radiant damage. I'm going to say it as an Eldrin. Dealing with the power of one Eldrin Lord to another. No thanks, dear. And then second longsword. All right. 23 to hit, though. Psst, Jesus Christ. These guys are monsters. 14 slashing damage to him. All right. We're going to swing around to Lou. Ooh, okay. A 19 to hit.
Disadvantage.
Okay,
For
yeah,
dodge.
good. Well, I rolled a 6 and a 6 on the die.
Okay, well then, yeah, that hits.
Yep,
But I will
yep.
use my uncanny dodge to half
Seems
whatever
like
he
a
gives me.
good plan. All right, because that's going to be 14 slashing damage, and then okay, 5 plus 3, so 8 radiant damage. All right, and then Tony, that final swing coming towards you. Yeah, 8 plus 13, 22. 21? Yeah. And then, here we go. It's fucking... I promise you, he's the worst of them to fight directly, if that makes anyone feel better, as you take 16 slashing damage.
I'm just glad that we're fighting him now and not with everybody else. We'd be
True.
dead.
That'd be a
And plus
nightmare.
10 radiant damage. There's a reason he was like, I'm a badass. I don't fucking care. I'll eat you alone. I fucking hate everyone. And the Blue Knight was like, some of us are assholes. Just shocker. Spoiler alert. Which knight do you think he was talking about? I'm
No
just
wonder they
telling-
were just sitting there in silence when we broke into their house. They're like, who the fuck would want to talk to this asshat?
Oh my god, he's such an asshole. Like, dude. I fucking hate this guy. Everyone's still technically alive after that.
Technically
It was totally
alive.
fine.
Wonderful. So the Red Knight swings around, and you can see by his body language, he is losing his shit. This is berserker, like, rage is the only thing that's going. This man is not someone who anticipates leaving this situation. You all are around him, and it's just about dealing as much damage as possible. And as he, like, swings wildly around, you see Rook just suddenly on the ground. You all were like, in the moment, it was so... She reaches up just with a dagger and fucking stabs him right under, like, his plate. And as this happens, you see the red blood down, and he has a reaction where he just shoves her down, like, you know, an elbow in the face, and she falls, spits a tooth out. It kind of, like, wavers down on the ground. This dude ain't got long for this world after that. Aoife, I think it's good and right that you should have this final turn here on someone who is just on the edge.
But even as an unconscious little baby,
Yeah, okay. All right. I'll just let you have the turn. Have the turn. Just, you know, okay. We'll have Lou have the final turn. That's fine.
Oh.
Aoife, make your thing. Make your roll.
that is. Oh wait, I have advantage. That's even worse. That is technically one failure.
Okay. So you fail. You fail. You're a step towards death. Lou, we comes to you with Tony on the back burner. Either of you, hey guys, this could be the moment.
I got an 18 on the die, so that definitely hits. Sneak attack. That's that's good. 10, 13, 17 plus 6 is 23 plus 5, 28 points of damage.
Hell yeah. How do you want to take this guy out?
I think that she has risen from her nap.
Hell yeah.
And she just comes down.
You're seeing this. God, he's torturing all these fucking people you love.
Yeah, she sees him just fully elbow Rook in the face while she's already basically down. And she just takes her dagger, comes up in front of him, and almost like it looks like she'd impale herself if he wasn't in the way, just stabs it right through his helmet, through his face.
Yeah. Yeah. As you do it, you find that point, that blood point that and your family knows, like, when it's time. And it's not something you do often or do lightly, but God, some people, as you drive that dagger in, and the spray confirms, everything. This was some kind of humanoid, whatever the fuck it was. And finally, the body stops kicking and moving, but it takes way too long for any kind of natural, human to die. And finally, when the body collapses on the ground and you all hear the heavy plate armor reach the floor, it's a relief. I mean, it's silent in these catacombs where so many are petrified and still frozen in that last moment of their lives, and here you are standing in something that feels really big. I don't know, who's the first to even speak in something like this?
Rue, I think, just immediately takes her dagger out and looks to Rivaan and is like, heal now. Get her back up.
Yeah, of course. And he'll use, everything he has and get Rook back up, who's been stabbed through the chest multiple times. Literally, and she's like, I'm fine the whole entire time. Like I don't need anything, like fighting one off. Is everyone else all right? Are you... I will fully admit I do not understand precisely what I am doing here, but I know all was lost and you all have found me, and thank you. I don't know what I could have done to deserve such companions, but thank you. Where I was, what it was just thank you. I think. Well, he does like sort of an awkward bow, like over like he's bleeding and cut, but the formality rings clear amidst all of this.
It's clear from the fight we just had to go through that not only us, but I think the rest of our country would suffer a great loss if they didn't have you. So we're lucky that you're back.
You were kind to say, but I failed you, and I was sent to help you, and for that I will never forgive myself.
Respectfully, we still got a long journey ahead of us. You're going to have plenty of time to start making up for failing your trial.
Yes, of course. where are we? What is happening? And he'll let you, he's like, if you're willing, give him the download. And he'll be like, holy shit! But like, on, you know, he's clearly here to fight for you, on your side, whatever it is. Though he has literally no recollection of anything that has happened so far and does not remember his trial in any way. It seems to have been completely wiped from his memory.
Interesting.
He's not going to tell us how he failed.
He remembers being escorted to it, and then it's all blank from there.
Damn.
I'm back in stone. If he can't tell me the gossip, I don't want it.
I don't give a shit. Go back, boy.
Felicia.
You a statue. Yeah.
I know
have
you
been
just
through
saved
trials.
us or whatever.
I wanted a little bit of fun, and now I can't even have that. Oh, God. What a fight, y'all.
Damn, we did it. We fucking did it.
Yeah, so I'll say he was the knight of all four that was the hardest to kill. He was the swords, right? For a reason. But it's not unfair to assume that the other three knights are pretty badass. So I think that altar hint is looking a little bit more good.
I am ready to compliment a girl. Come here, Rosie. Let me tell you how
Love to
beautiful
fight
you are.
alongside a dragon for once.
You know what? So fucking true. I've never fought alongside a dragon in all my years of playing D&D.
I'm pretty stoked.
I don't know what
We know what
Celeste
we're
is doing
doing.
right now, but it's kind of freaking me out.
No, I'm just listening. I think, you know, because we're getting towards the end of the recording, so I think it'd probably be a good idea to talk some stuff out and, like, kind of have a plan in mind, you know, for before we go next time, because I think next time will probably be the final confrontation, right? And the exit from this, so...
I definitely think,
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Fair to say we all sort of in-game take a little parlay and probably want to have at least a short rest after this so we can have a little circle, you know, a campfire Dragon Age session right here. Yeah.
We did it, guys. I'm proud of us.
Yeah, I mean, Aoife is, well, I guess...
Oh,
Rivaan
I'm
would
sorry.
be able to-
One thing I totally, completely forgot to fucking mention as the Red Knight. His body is still there, by the way, and probably investigating it would be great. But
yeah, well, I definitely want to cut him the fuck open and see what's inside.
What the fuck is happening here? Yeah, absolutely. But confirming right now, before we do any of that, a golden blossom falls out of his hand.
Oh, hell yes!
Cocky motherfucker.
This cocky motherfucker was so goddamn sure he could kill all of you that he insisted on taking one of them. So now you have two of the three.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
I feel
and
like
we can
the
deal
rest
with
of
the
the
body
knights
and
are
the
like-
stuff and the what, but like, yes, absolutely. You can learn a lot from the body. I'm not disregarding that, but yes, this cocky bitch had one of the blossoms.
Oh, so sexy. I'm
That's satisfying as fuck.
I'm here to
Well, at least
satisfy.
also we know that we don't have to go see Lily because she doesn't have the blossom anymore.
Yeah.
So-
Based on what you've heard, if the Rose Dragon doesn't have it and the Lily Dragon doesn't have it, and they had the other two and they were split, you know, you don't have to go see any dragons anymore. But you could, because the Rose Dragon seems pretty pissed about the situation.
Yeah, I definitely say we get her on our side for sure. But I think definitely in the meantime, because we are right next to a forest tile, so once we get into one, we can go nap in very nice hideout, say hi to Bud.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh yeah,
And
you
then-
could just do that because you're adjacent, right, to one of them.
Yeah,
Or-
yeah. If we go northwest or northeast or southeast, we'll be in a forest tile for sure. And then, whoop,
Yeah, just use your spell. Beep. You don't have to do any random rolling encounters for the day. Emily can just boop you guys over there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Emily, what a girl.
Oh, right. What a woman. Is
You're
what I prefer.
so right. I'm actually so stoked to be able to have this, because this means like we don't even need to use Koopy sometimes. We can just boop.
Honestly, sort of just stealthing through trees. Sometimes a girl's best friend. No
You know what? I
context
know
given
that
to
now.
that statement.
Sure, girl.
Yeah.
I believe you.
What's your alignment? Don't care. Yeah. So you guys can absolutely, if you want to boop to a neutral zone, I think it would behoove us before we end. We're like right at the end here, but I think making some decisions would help at least me as a DM. If we can talk a little bit through the planning of endgame here, because I don't think we're going to be rolling on nothing towards the end of next game. So if you all want to like start, approach the dragon, and then what is the end game, like this is probably the time to plan it out now. And also deal with like what do you want Rivaan to do and what's up, and maybe figuring out what's up with the knights. Like, let's close the loops if you guys don't mind.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, I think the power move is sending in the trio with Tony in the center with defensive stance, Rivaan with Azora, and Lou with sneak attacks.
Sure.
For the final fight.
To start things off, I suppose, what are you doing with the body? Like, in this moment, like, in the final fight?
Well, we're finding shit out. I mean, we're going to take off this armor. Do you want me to roll investigation? I'm good at that.
Okay, I think just before you roll, first thing, you pull off the helmet. And it's hard at first, which is a little concerning, and all of a sudden as you try to like pull the helmet off the head, you see flares of like arcane runes that attach sort of the helmet to like the breastplate area, right? It's almost like a sealing spell. And at first as you like yank, you're like, oh, can I even do? And a few seconds pass, and something about the death of this person seems to allow you to pull the helmet off, and you see an Eldrin face down there. It's an old Eldrin man. And when you say old, it's, Eldrin are like elves. Like, when you see someone who looks old, it is pretty serious. They must have lived probably 800, 900 years, right, at this point, to look as old and emaciated and gray, long hair, and just like a unmaintained beard and bristly mustache as this person has. I don't know if you recognize him immediately, probably not. But yeah, he looks kind of like a frail old dude. An Eldrin dude. Someone, a faceless person you might have seen in the Empire.
Rivaan, does
sort of
he
an
look
impressive
familiar to you at all?
Yeah, and I mean, Rivaan looks down at him, and certainly no one that I recognize directly from the military, but there are certainly a lot of faces. I clearly too aged to genuinely serve. I don't know. Certainly Eldrin, certainly from the Empire, from what I can tell. Unfortunately, there's not much else. There's a lot of faceless folks in our country, I'm afraid. Especially those consumed with rage, with rage and hate towards the Fae. That is not particularly remarkable. Just a symptom of weakness that many carry.
Well,
Tony.
what do you say, Sage?
What? Yeah.
Oh, I said Tony because it looks like the scene was gonna say something.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we're good. We did our investigating. We did our looting because Tony wants to chop this guy up.
Oh,
I would simply advise these runes, and Rivaan will point out, on the edges of like the helmet and just the plate mail that he pulls off, these symbols, they remind me of ancient Fey ruins, stuff that's actually fallen largely out of Eldrin parlance, but I know I've seen things like this. The Sarina have studied them and are very, very ancient. Essentially what our language was derived from, but whatever was used to construct this, it doesn't appear to be active now, but just, I think, be careful around all of these pieces.
Aoife would definitely make a point of making a general sketch of the armor and then noting where all these runes are, because she'd like to maybe take this back to the University of Phelan and see if they could recreate this kind of magic, because it would be really cool.
Yeah. Aoife, this, as you're looking at it in these runes, something about this armor reminds you of some... Go ahead and make me a history check with advantage.
Not great. That's a 14.
Yeah, as you're thinking of it, you're like... You keep being reminded of something, like a story. It was something like 10 years ago that was really important. It was like something about... Something like an artifact called, like, the Avatar, for some reason. It was some kind of armor that, like, allowed its wearers to kill, like, really just... Something about wearing it made you more, like, humanoids were able to become more than what they were, and, like, there's all these, like, ridiculous stories about being able to, like, slay gods, and, like, it's so obviously not true, but, like, I don't know, something about this reminds me about that. It's just, like, an uncomfortable association, but surely that story could not be true. Who would ever let something that could kill gods or archfey or whatever, who would let that be made?
Who would let that happen?
Who would let that happen? Surely something like that would be destroyed instantly.
who could say? Who would do this?
Just let that occurs to you. Yeah, you can make your sketches, catalog
And
it.
then, see what plunderable magic items this boy's got on him, and then say goodbye to his wretched course.
Ugh, God, what a wretched man. Yes, so in this, there is a longsword here, a very magical, it is a +2 longsword, that if wielded, deals +2d6 radiant damage. Also scores critical hits on rolls of 18 to 20.
Oh my god.
So
Tony, take this.
pretty sick. But also, it's not so cool as Clive, but like, whoa. Magically, yeah, pretty cool. If you're willing to do that. That is like the blazing red tinged sword that was used to attack you all.
It'd be pretty metal to fight them with his own fucking sword.
So that's pretty metal. It's a +2 longsword with all that jazz.
That's you, girl. Take it.
What is that one? You guys stole a lot of the magical items off of these dudes when you killed them. So the elemental shit is gone. Good call on that, by the way. Yep, would have burned off. It would have been terrible. Other than that, he really doesn't have any really big redeemable magic items, so it seems like if this was his endgame, he was fully prepared to not give you any measure of what was left.
Well, he certainly did give us a gold lotus. I'll
Yeah, he
take
did.
that.
You take that, and you're like, yay, 2 out of 3, bitches. You're ready to rock. Shit, though. Are you guys taking a long rest? Because Rook is on the verge of death.
I think
Yeah,
that we
Aoife
need
too.
to.
I think we got it.
Well, here.
Now that we're back close to forest and everything, like, we don't need to be traveling. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think we should. So there we go. Yeah, so we are here. We've got these 2 forest areas that are right next to us. And then, yeah, I say boop over to Bud's hideout, get a nice long rest, make our plans there, and then we can move back over to this forest area and then walk up to and hopefully try and find Rose's tower.
The lair, yeah. Because if you find the tower, so you reach that space, put something in that altar in front, apparently, you can persuade, and boy, would it be nice to have a dragon, if it's anything close to the power of the lily dragon you fought, as an ally on your side. Boy, would be nice against, if you're about to fight 3 of these knights, you just got a taste of 1. Reportedly the worst and the most violently tempered of them, but, facing 3 ain't gonna be a picnic.
I think it's a solid plan.
All right, cool. I think it's fair to say that after all of this, you get everything you can from the Red Knight's body and, head towards a safe place. All of you are feeling a little quiet, a little cowed, but, at the end of the day, like, you're getting there. The end is coming really soon. And it's not just the end of this challenge. I think all of you are starting to feel it's the end of something more significant. Perhaps an end to, I don't know. You all have been sort of servants in this game of fate, right, happening so far. And, like, taking down someone of this power, of this, like, weight class, where you are, the tides are turning. They're turning in your favor. And your power is becoming clearer and clearer as you walk this path. All that's left is to fucking slay. And that's where we're going to end for today. Yes, yes, yes. Queens.
slay queens.
We're venturing
And
the
king.
fuck around. So hell yes. Thank you guys. Y'all kicked ass. I was genuinely
We did kick
scared a little bit for a second, but you got it. Y'all got it.
Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
My butthole clenched several times.
Yeah. This is
I
this
was in
is
full
hard.
denial when Rook died. I was like, nah, it's just gonna come back. I was like, nah.
And you were right to feel that in the end.
You were, and at the point where it's like, but now, from now on, now that we have money and resources, you guys need to keep 300 gold pieces worth of diamonds on your persons at all times to revivify.
Anyone even have that
Motherfuckers!
spell?
No.
No. I will say, if you had rolled your second treasure cache, as I fully expected you to do, I have scrolls of revivify and literally 300 diamonds listed
Oh my
as the
gosh.
treasure.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
gosh.
God, we'll see though. Yeah, good. It was good. I love it. Whew, whew, whew. No, butthole clench. That's the best way to play D&D. Slash
favorite kind of
TOV.
fight.
It's all good, yeah. But thank you guys. Thank you all so much for joining us for these gripping sessions. Whatever sphincter you were gripping. We are so happy you're here. You know, times are tough, and it's great to play fantasy games and to indulge in a world where, you know, moralities are cool and, you know, badasses triumph all the time. So love this. Thank you. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for supporting us on Patreon. It's a monthly website where you can donate and give money, you know, as low as $1 a month to creators you love. And, you know, more than ever, it's going to be very important to support women, people of color, any marginalized groups. So we appreciate anything you can give. Thank you for being here and for supporting. We always like to take some time to say thank you to our highest donor tiers. So let's go around the horn here. And I'm going to say a big thank you for our Arnie's cohorts tier. Big thank you to Muffin at the one on Drury Lane on Twitter.
Thank you to Nissa McKinnon.
Thank you, Richie113 on our Discord.
And thank you, Tony.
Oh, God, thank you. Thank you, Chris. I was just thinking so hard about how cool and goth Nassim looks right now. I was distracted. Thank you, Chris.
And for our Farrah's drinking mates here, thank you so much to Brittany.
Thank you, Fable.
And thank you to our mod, Markali.
Thank you, Noon, from our Discord server. Also, thank me with Nassim, how obsessed I am with her cool cloak right now. Thank you. Thank you, Noon.
Thank you, Rem.
Thank you, Alan, aka Obsidian Cyrix.
And thank you to Steven.
I'm just saying, once again, thank you for all of you sticking by me in this weird recording night. I love you, guys. You're great. Thank you for supporting artists. You truly are literally the best people in the entire world. Thank you for being here. That's it. That's all I got. I'm so excited. I can't wait to record next time. Until then, I've been your game master, Celeste Konowich.
Hello, I'm Katie, and I played Luveri Seth, your drow wizard.
Hello, I'm Nassim, and I was your half-orc fighter, legionnaire fighter. I need to start specifying that. Yeah. And druid, Tony Silvertail.
And I'm Sage, and I have been Aoife Flannery, your fairy bitch bard.
Yes, bitch. God, love you all. You all are delights. And until next time, everybody, venture away!